Everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your What You Need to Know Right Now tarot reading. I've not set any intentions for this reading, so whatever comes out is what I will give to you. So maybe for some of the signs, this will be more focused on career and finance. For others, love and romance. Again, please use your discernment and intuition to decipher these messages and apply them to your life how you see fit. But in terms of an actual message here, I have not focused on any. It's just honestly is whatever comes out for each of the signs. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. Well, I haven't set any intention for the topic for the reading. What I have set are the intentions for your placements. And so this particular reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. You're welcome to look at any of those signs. Actually, I recommend that you view all four, and that way you can glean from each one of them the parts of those readings that best align with your current journey, and that will enable you to create your own little personal reading out of these messages. If you're not sure what your placements are, also in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. Keep in mind, my love, it's a collective general reading. Drop no hate, just love in the comment section below. It's a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you, and therefore messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, drop no hate. Just understand that if that message isn't for you, then it's meant for someone else of your sign or your sign's placement. So just take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. And of course, if you would like a one-on-one live Zoom tarot reading with yours truly, please visit my website, thetimelinetarot.com, for more information. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's take a look at what you need to know right now. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, what does Aries need to know right now? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have Crossroads. What does Aries need to know right now? We have Trash. Interesting. And one more. Let's get a couple of tarot cards here for you. This is so interesting, Aries, because I pride myself on having a good memory. Thank you. Let's get one more tarot card here. And I'm pretty sure the last time I did this reading was probably in May, because I do alternate these readings. And I don't know why I get this deja vu feeling. I'm going to have to go back and look at that May reading. I think the same cards fell out of those two decks for you. Crossroads and Trash. I'm pretty sure it was your sign. Okay, let me get one more tarot card here for Aries. One more shuffle. Thank you. Okay, so you have Crossroads, you have Trash, you have the Five of Wands in the upright, and you have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. There's clearly here a situation, environment, or connection in your life that you're at a crossroads at. You could feel at times like this is a waste of my time. It's worthless. I have no guaranteed success with this. I think there's a lot of arguments here, conflict, disagreements with whomever or whatever this is. There's a lot of confusion here with this situation, with that Ace of Swords card there in the reverse. This is chaos. This is frustration. This is being clouded. This is being wanting to make a decision but not sure. This is failing to listen to your intuition, but that's because you're lacking inner clarity when it comes to whomever or whatever this is. Tell me more about this here for Aries. Crossroads, Trash, Five of Wands in the upright, Ace of Swords in the reverse. What does Aries need to know about this? Yeah, this is like, I need to rethink this. Maybe this is worthless. I just heard maybe like I shouldn't pursue this anymore. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Hangman. There goes that Crossroads. 10 of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Fool, the Lovers, and the Page of Pentacles. Wow, are you stuck? So this is, I don't know if I want to make the choice to have a new beginning with whomever, whatever this is, or a re-beginning. For those of you, maybe you're visiting or revisiting a past situation, environment, or connection. But there's a long moment here of suspension between that Wheel of Fortune and the Hangman, trying to decipher, does this add to my 10 of Cups, my overall emotional contentment? Does it detract? Does it subtract? Does it have the possibility of adding to it? So I get a bit of confusion here for you. Even that Seven of Pentacles, the feeling I'm getting here is like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Do I even want to continue investing in this, right? If it's something currently in your life, or do I just want to invest in this if this is something new in your life? The choice is yours. I feel like you're waiting for tangible information in that Page of Pentacles. It's like, I need more proof, or I need something more solid or more substantial in order to make this decision. So clearly it's a monumental decision, right? This isn't, I got to decide whether or not I want, you know, pizza or Chinese food for dinner. This is clearly a significant decision here for you because you're at the crossroads here. The Lovers is the ultimate choice card. And there's internal conflict about, do I want to move forward, take the inspired action of the Knight of Wands here to basically take this leap of faith. So you're looking for something tangible. I need proof, I need facts, I need substance, maybe even an honest conversation, perhaps one that gives you the clarity that you're lacking. Tell me more about this Page of Pentacles here for Aries. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles here for Aries. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Yeah, bottom of the deck, we've got the Magician. So you're waiting. That's what it looks like. It looks to me like you're waiting for solid, tangible proof, maybe even an apology. Because again, I don't know what this is for you. So some of you, you're waiting for an apology from an individual. For others of you, you're waiting for a tangible offer, like from a job. So I could be speaking to an Aries where you're currently at work. You've applied for another position. One now has been made available to you. You're not sure. You could have went back to the original boss and said, look, I want to be honest with you. I put out my resume or my application. I now have an offer. Can you meet that or beat that? There could be something like that here at play because you're definitely waiting here. It's like, well, before I make the choice to move in this other direction, it's almost like you're waiting to see what the current person or current entity or current job will do. That's kind of what it looks like here. So you're definitely at a crossroads. There's a lot of internal conflict. You're lacking clarity at this time. You don't want to waste any more time, although you kind of feel like you are right now. And I understand that, but that's just because you're suspended. Will this add to my happiness? Does it not add to my happiness? Do I want to move forward with this? Do I not? And it kind of seems like you're putting this decision, which is actually yours. We've got the crossroads, your decision. Wheel of Fortune, Hangman, your decision. Lover's card, your decision. You're putting it in the hands of whomever or whatever this other entity is. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Justice, 4 swords, and the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Pentacles. I believe at the end of the day, if you're waiting for someone else to make this decision for you, it will not be a fair or just decision. This entity or individual will give you the information you need or the offer you need that benefits them, that suits them. So your advice here, Justice to the 4 of Swords to the Ace of Wands, is for you to take the inspired action, for you to make the decision, for you to heal whatever conflict here it is that you have within you, whether that's emotional, mental, etc., and for you to make the decision that's best and just and fair to you in respect to this possible new opportunity or offer, as opposed to putting it in the hands of someone else who will be looking at this from their own point of view, from their own perspective, from their own advantage point, from how or if this benefits them, and not necessarily how or if it benefits you. So at the end of the day, it looks like you actually need to take some time to heal, cool your jets, cool your jets, I just heard, calm down, refocus, and make the decision that's best for you. Because I think if you're waiting for a secondary or maybe even like a third party or something like that to make the decision for you, I don't feel like it's one that will be in your best interest. That's what I have for you, Aries. That's what you need to know right now. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus. Let's see what you need to know right now. What does Taurus need to know right now? For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, what do they need to know right now? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, we have Temptation. What else does Taurus need to know right now? We have Shadow, the other side, coexist, reverse side. And let's get 2 tarot cards on this, please. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. We have, the 10 of Swords and the Moon and the reverse. Yeesh. Taurus, you have Temptation and Shadow. You have the 10 of Swords and the Moon here in the reverse. As most of you know, those of you familiar with tarot, the 10 of Swords is not a very pleasant card in tarot. It does talk about a painful ending. It does talk about a wound that runs deep. It could be because of rejection or lies or betrayal. There's definitely the feeling here of loss. feeling as if you are in emotional or mental crisis. There's something here that has collapsed in your life. You could be feeling defeated or that you have failed in something. The moon in the reverse talks about, though, that you are repressing your emotions when it comes to this loss. And look, I don't know what the Ten of Swords was for you. A connection ended, someone passed away, but you have not dealt with the grief of that yet. A relationship failed, you lost your job, maybe it could be even a marriage from years ago. There's something here that it certainly came to an end. It was a painful end. You have not quite yet wanted to heal that wound. It's kind of like, we're just going to pretend it doesn't exist. We'll become tempted with other things, other situations, environments, connections. I don't want to look at how this has affected me. So you're repressing your emotions. There's a lot of inner confusion because of that. There could also be the sense inside of like emotional darkness. This definitely could have brought up some insecurities for you. And it's almost like you're not willing to do the shadow work to look at this. I don't want to look at that pain. I don't want to look at that ending because then I have to face something within myself. And I don't want to do that. So it's almost like I'll redirect my attention to other things that seem tempting. Let's see what we get from Tarot. Tell me more about this here for Taurus. What do they need to know about temptation, shadow, the Ten of Swords in the upright, and the moon in the reverse? What do they need to know for Taurus, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Okay. You came out strong, Hierophant energy. We have the Nine of Swords. So whatever this has been for you, you have not stopped thinking about it. In fact, your subconscious is kind of running on overtime when it comes to whatever this ending has been here for you. If you're having difficulty sleeping, or even you're sleeping 10 hours a night, during the day you're still finding yourself tired. And that's because this has taken a heavy mental toll on you. Even if you don't feel that you're like consciously thinking about it, like I said, it's still working in your subconscious. Wow, Ten of Swords came out twice, Taurus. And then the Chariot, bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Empress. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. This is you in your power, absolutely. Hierophant, the Empress, those are two cards both attributed to you. The Empress, of course, also being attributed to Libra. This is you saying, this hurt like hell. This hurt like hell, this ending, whatever this was, this betrayal. I think about it all the time subconsciously, but I don't want to put any work into actually looking at it. I don't, because then I have to look at something deep within me, and I don't want to face that. So I'm just going to repress these emotions. I don't want to do the shadow work. You're resisting doing the shadow work. You're actually resisting taking the inspired action to do this. It's almost like I'm fine the way I am, and whatever happened here, it just made me stronger. It's true. Most things that we go through, right? What's that saying? What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. I actually think that's a song. It's not a Kelly Clarkson song. It is. So what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You're absolutely right. But it does make you weaker in other aspects because you're not growing as an individual. So even though you're putting on the appearance of, I'm the Hierophant and I'm the Empress and, you know, I got my crap together, internally, you're a mess, my love, especially psychologically with this. Emotionally for some of you, because that Chariot card is like, I'm just going to move on. Yep, it happened. It sucked. I'm going to move on. But there's shadow work here that needs to be done. There's no healing. Two Ten of Swords cards. I mean, Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm just going to move on to the next tempting thing. It's almost like I'm going to serve pro this and pretend it didn't happen. And that's a very tempting thing to do when we're faced with something that's Ten of Swords to the Ten of Swords. It's tempting, but it's not healthy. What was this betrayal? What is this Ten of Swords? The Four of Wands. Something in respect to your structure, whether that is your marriage, a familial connection, could be like the loss of a parent here, could be even a loss of a job, or a marriage from the past. This is something that rocked your stability and structure at some point in time, and you have not fully healed from it. And like I said, very well could be the loss of a parent as well. Tell me more about this here for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Four of Wands, we have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Cups. So if this message is resonating with you, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You have become over time emotionally detached, even from the things that you found tempting. That, you know, for a brief period of time lured you away from having to face this. Even those situations, environments, or connections have become emotionally unfulfilling for you. And that's because you did not want to look at what broke down here. Instead, you were like, okay, back to work. And I knew someone like this once. I actually worked with someone at a bank, oh God, 30 years ago. And I always thought he had his crap together. And he turned around one day and just broke down and cried. I mean, no one saw it coming. This is a guy who comes to work every Friday with bagels, you know, for the whole department, and very happy-go-lucky guy. And then just crashed and burned. And there was a parental loss that he had like 20 years before. You know, who's working in the credit card fraud division for a financial institution, and completely breaks down at work. And it came out of the blue for all of us. But later, he had told us that, you know, 20 years prior, he had lost a parent. 15, 20 years prior, something like that. And he glossed over it. He just went back to work the next day. He took no bereavement time, no time off from work. It was like, okay, lost them, loved them, okay, back to work. And there were people at the company who knew or suspected he had lost a parent because of little comments he would make, but he never showed any like emotion or real grief over it. And they just thought it was something that he healed. He didn't heal it. He never went into it. He never wanted to look at it until that day when he took a call that came in on the 800, you know, toll-free line. And the woman on the phone had the same name as his mother. That was it. That was all he needed to fall apart after 15, 20 years of holding it all in, not wanting to look at it, not wanting to look at that shadow side. So it could be something like that for you. But whatever this Ten of Swords was, this wound runs deep. It was a painful ending. It was a departure between you and another individual. The relationship collapsed, whether through death or parting or betrayal. But the connection, even if it's currently in your life, no longer exists the way it did before that Ten of Swords. But there's something here in your life that you don't want to look at this for some reason, because you don't want to go down the rabbit hole of repressed emotions. But I feel eventually it will bubble up to the surface. There's no way you can keep all of this down and just put your head in the cubicle and go to work, because eventually, like it happened for him, one day something out of the blue will just hit you and you'll fall apart. And I don't think you want to wait for that day. I think it's tempting to ignore this, but it's necessary that you do. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. 3 cards of advice here for Taurus. 3 cards of advice here for Taurus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The moon. Wow. The moon in the reverse, right? We talk about repressed emotions, the need to release fear, having inner confusion, insecurities. This is all of those emotions bubbling up to the surface, recognizing them, looking at the doubts, the fears, the insecurities, the losses, all of the emotions that are repressed so deep inside of you because of the Ten of Swords. So you got the moon, the Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. There's something here about you looking at this and you getting tangible help. That Page of Pentacles says this is tangible help. Maybe therapy, counseling. If you want to go, the self-help guide, you can certainly do that. There's a lot of self-help videos and tutorials, and you can incorporate journaling into this. But there's definitely something here about learning, getting real tangible help with these repressed emotions, because that Seven of Pentacles tells me you've been holding this in for a long time. For some of you, up to 7 years, maybe even up to 8 years. There's something here that the Taurian collective doesn't want to look at because they don't want to go down that rabbit hole of pain. But I think if you continue to gloss over it, something here ends up, like I said, bubbling to the surface. We have the Emperor, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Knight of Swords here. It could be in regards to a parental figure, a spouse. I feel like you've taken all of those emotions. Look at the Queen of Cups here. Her cup here has her chalice has a lid on it. I think you took all of those repressed emotions, Taurus. I think you put them in a little container, slapped the lid on it, and stored it deep down inside of you. That Knight of Swords to the Emperor tells me at any given moment, this can come out as some real fury out of you, a lot of rage, because it will almost become like a volatile, like verbal volcano. within you. Yeah, the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands. That would be like erratic communication as these feelings start to come to the surface. So if this is resonating with you, I strongly suggest some type of therapy or counseling. Although it's tempting to not look at whatever this is, it's important for your own spiritual growth as well as your mental and emotional health that you look at it sooner rather than later. That's what I have for you, Taurus. Went a little deep on that message, but that's what the divine needed you to hear at this time. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, maybe just found them to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. Let's see what you need to know or need to hear at this time. What does Gemini need to know at this time? Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. We have mirroring. What does Gemini need to know about mirroring? Thank you. Cards want to speak today. Divine timing. And let's get 2 tarot cards here. Tell me more about mirroring and divine timing. So I feel like this is between you and another individual. There's a pause. The clock here seems to be rusted out and broken. So I feel like there's a pause here in a connection in your life. The two of you are mirroring one another. If you talk a little, they talk a little. If you don't talk at all, they don't talk at all. There's something here about wrong time, right time. Needing to wait maybe for the right time. One of you here needs to get up and start the clock. Otherwise, this connection will remain paused indefinitely. Yeah. Tell me more about this. Mirroring and divine timing here for Gemini. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Emperor in the upright, and we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Mirroring and divine timing, as well as Emperor in the upright and Nine of Cups in the reverse. You could be dealing with an Aries at this time. You don't necessarily have to be, or someone with high Aries placements. This situation for you has brought you a lack of inner joy. Because when we think of the Nine of Cups in the upright, this is I'm emotionally happy. I'm emotionally content. This is someone who feels as if their wishes are coming true, whether that's, wishes they're working on themselves or wishes they're working on with another individual. It's satisfaction. It's emotional stability. In the reverse, this is you could be feeling dissatisfied with this connection. There's a lack of inner peace. There's a lack of inner happiness. There's a lack of inner joy. This card could also talk about in the reverse, like overindulgence or materialism. So if you're feeling this emotional lack from this connection, you could be tempted to maybe drink more, maybe, smoke more, I don't know, do drugs, shopping. There could be something here about, or overbuying something. It's like becoming overindulgent, either in like a toxic addictive way or just in a toxic materialistic way to try to overcome the pain here. The Emperor talks about stability and structure and respect and mutual respect. It's an energy of an individual who's controlled and disciplined and practical and focused. I think at one time that's what this connection was. Actually, now that I look at it, this is like at one time we were stable and structured and there was mutual respect. And then it went off the rails. I don't know. I just heard Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train. Is that it? Crazy Train? Yes, Crazy Train. So we went off the rails. So at one point, everything was structured, solid, mutual respect, and then it went off the rails. Now there's a lack of inner joy. There's dissatisfaction. And the two of you are mirroring one another. So I don't know who this is to you, a friend, family member, a lover. On the part, we have the Empress and the Two of Cups. Okay, so Emperor to the Empress. So maybe you feel like the two of you are divine counterparts or soulmates or have a very strong soul bond in that Two of Cup connection. But at this point, there is a lack of happiness in this connection. We went from being stable to being unstable. I was going to say unstable. I guess stability to instability. Okay, tell me more about this here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about mirroring, divine timing, Emperor, and the Nine of Cups in the reverse? Yeah, because the Nine of Cups is usually like everything's turned out well. I'm happy with life. I'm enjoying my success. This in the reverse is I'm not happy. Everything did not turn out well. Everything did not go according to plan. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we've got Four of Pentacles. The Emperor shows themselves again to the Chariot. Look at heavy major arcana cards. Judgment, Queen of Swords, whether you're masculine or feminine. And again, we have the Empress, Emperor to the Empress. Maybe some of you really do feel that this is a divine counterpart, or like I said, just a very deep soulmate, soul bond connection that you have with someone. Again, the feeling here is Four of Wands. We were structured and solid and stable. I don't know if this is someone you're married to or that's what you wanted one day. Maybe you lived with this person. For all I know, you still live with this person. But there definitely was something here about there's the potential, because all aces are the potential. There's a potential here for some real long-term stability and growth in this connection. And then it's like suddenly you woke up and it was the 10 of Wands. So you went from 4 of Wands to 10 of Wands. We totally jumped over the 6 of Wands, which would have been victory and success. Whoever's resonating here as the Emperor, whether that's you or this other person, is extremely stubborn. This is, I'm not getting in the Chariot and I'm not coming towards you. I'm not offering you this apology. I'd like to offer you this apology because the pages carry with them the aces and the pages are messengers. So I would like to offer you this, but I'm not going to. I'm holding myself back. Incredibly stubborn energy there. So the Emperor, and it could be you, because again, I don't read genders or body parts, and the truth is we all embody both masculine and feminine energies, right? The whole goal, or I shouldn't say the whole, but one of the goals in life is to end our lives being very balanced in both our masculine and feminine energies, or at least strive to live a life that achieves that balance in some way. So I could be speaking to a feminine here who's leaning on a very dominant, domineering masculine side and the negative traits of it, because the Emperor in the reverse is rigid. It's someone who is dissatisfied but not willing to do anything about it. And if they do, it's impulsive, erratic action. The Emperor is someone who is controlling in a domineering way, like I will be stubborn. I will not contact you. Actually, with the 2 Emperor cards on the table and the mirroring card, I think you're both in angry Emperor status, to be quite honest. Neither of you are getting in the Chariot. And typically in tarot, that's who rides the Chariot, the Emperor and the Empress. I have the Empress right here. Look at that. Judgment, Queen of Swords, the Empress, and the 7 of Wands, standing my ground. Well, I'm not getting in the Chariot either. Well, I'm not getting in the Chariot either. So there's a sincere apology, you kids, and the ability to bring this back together again. And you're both thinking, well, in divine timing, it'll come back together again. How is that going to happen if the two of you continue to mirror one another? If nobody wants to get in the Chariot, how does this happen? Someone has to put their ego aside. And again, I don't know who this is for you, Gemini. This could be your boss. This could be your neighbor. I don't know. Maybe you're having a property line dispute. I don't know who this is for you. A colleague, a lover, your spouse, your father, your mother. But both of you are refusing to listen to your inner calling, refusing to make the judgment call to reach out to the other. What's with the refusal? Originally, I thought it was someone leaning into the negative masculine traits, but it's not one of you, it's both of you. That's mirroring. You want to be a jerk? I'll be a jerk. You don't want to reach out? I won't reach out. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The World, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. Hierophant, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. If someone does not take the inspired action or reach out to the other, this connection ends. If it's work-related, you end up finding another job. If it's a neighbor, you end up, putting a fence as high as you can and never talking to them again. If someone does not take the inspired action to offer a sincere apology here, this connection comes to an end. Out of mirroring very poor, toxic behaviors. Someone is not learning a lesson. 8 of Pentacles to the Hierophant. Someone thinks they're learning a lesson by being rigid. Someone thinks that's what they're supposed to do right now. 7 of Swords. That's not what they're supposed to do right now. They're actually sabotaging the connection, and the other individual is just mirroring the bad attitude right back, and that's further 7 of Swording, sabotaging the connection. So you stand your ground, I stand my ground, nothing gets discussed, and the connection comes to an end. You end up, like I said, finding another job, or, I don't know, giving the middle finger to the neighbor. You separate from this partner, you stop talking to the sibling. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. Love, people, love. You got to bring love back into the situation. I don't mean to make light of this. This seems like a heavy reading. It's obviously a connection that's important to you because you see this person as a strong soulmate. So for most of you, I doubt that it's your neighbor, but maybe it is. Let's get 3 cards of advice here for Gemini. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. 2 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. Let's remember the love. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's a way here to get victory over this. 8 of Cups plus the 2 of Cups is 10 of Cups, which would be not only the 9 of Cups, but 1 step higher than the 9 of Cups. So there is a way here to bring this relationship back together again, this partnership back together again. We have a new moon in Leo on the 24th. 8 of Cups to the 6 of Wands. I'm going to clarify. I feel like this is very low vibe Leo energy. Please don't get mad if you're cross-watching Leo. 6 of Wands in a lower vibration for a Leo would be ego. So I feel like the only way that this soulmate, soul bond connection and 2 of Cups can come back together again and has the potential to get to the 10 of Cups is 8 of Cups to the 6 of Wands. Someone would need to walk away from their ego. Tell me more about that, walking away from ego. Knight of Pentacles. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Yes, someone needs to be practical. This is Virgo energy. This is your, not opposite sign, this is your cousin sign. Virgo is another mutable sign like you are, and both of you are ruled by Mercury. So there's something here about being regrounded and refocused. 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. There's a little bit of an ego death that's needed, and maybe it's on both of your sides, because both of you are standing your ground, and maybe you have a right to do that. Maybe they have a right to do that. I don't know. But if an ego death here does not occur, for you, for them, maybe even for both of you, I'm going to guess for both of you because of the mirroring card here, then this connection ceases to exist the way it did. And even in the future, you try to bring it back again, this will all play out again because the two of you clearly have an issue here mirroring one another. So the bad behavior will still happen again in divine timing. So there's definitely something here about an ego death having to take place, like I said, for one, if not both of you. I'm going to lean towards both of you. And then the connection can come back together again. So I don't know, pull straws, see who goes first. But someone here needs to take the step to do that before this connection is lost for good. That's, or at least for the foreseeable future, until one of you has that ego death. That's what I have for you, Gemini. That's what you need to know right now. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, maybe just found them to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. Let's take a look at what you need to know right now. What does Cancer need to know right now? For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know right now? One more shuffle. Thank you. What do you need to know right now, my love? Hot and cold. Tell me more about hot and cold here for Cancer. Tell me more about hot and cold here for Cancer. One more shuffle. Thank you. We had sunset. Let's get 2 tarot cards here for you. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. We have the 7 of Swords in the upright and the 7 of Wands in the upright, bottom of the deck, High Priestess. So we have hot and cold and sunset, and then we have 7 of Swords and we have the 7 of Wands. Clearly connection-based reading here. I feel like you have either had this connection in your life, like it's past tense, or it's one currently in your life. There's a lot of running hot and cold here, right? If we think about it, like in the summertime, during the day, the sun's out and there's heat and there's warmth, and there's hotness and there's vitality and there's a sense of healing. But then as the sun sets, we get cold and rigid. So either you just had a relationship like this in your life, or maybe it was the last big relationship you had in your life, where it was very hot and cold. There were moments of the day or moments in that relationship where it was loving and hot and passionate, and then it turned cold because of some type of 7 of Swords behavior, whether it was on your part or their part. There was something here about, there was an entity here that was dishonest, there was betrayal, there was deception. Perhaps someone thought that they could get away with something, but then they were inevitably caught. This is feeling as if you were tricked, or that the person you were with was a fraud. And again, this definitely could be a reverse role type of thing. Maybe for some of you, you engaged in this behavior. For others of you, it was the person you were with. But this connection has left you very defensive now when it comes to opening up your heart again. And this is ironic, this message is coming out because I just did the new moon in Leo reading, and I'm pretty sure a similar message here came out for you. So this is you saying, I'm good on my own. I'm standing up for myself. I don't really need anyone else. And you're putting up a brave front. And I like that you learned your boundaries. And unfortunately, you had to learn them the hard way. But this is too rigid. This is, I need to protect myself at all costs, even if that means never opening up my heart again. Even if you're currently in a connection. You may love that person to the moon and back. But I need to protect myself. I will never love that way again. The person you're with may not even know your full capacity to love. Because I'm never going to do that again. Because when it was hot, but when it got cold, it got cold. And I don't want to feel the sunset going down anytime soon. So you're either holding yourself back from love, or you're currently in a connection and you're holding yourself back from really feeling the true emotions of the connection. Because yeah, someone here in the past betrayed you in a way that you haven't even fully processed. You just know that it jaded you when it came to opening up your heart. Tell me more about this here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. I just got the urge to like start crying. I'm not an emotional person. I'm not going through changes or anything. I mean, I am, but not today. No hot flashes. I'm good. This is you. This is, I'm feeling yours. Whew. Death. I'm feeling your loss here in this connection. Death, Two of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Queen of Wands to the King of Wands. When it was hot, it was hot. When it was hot, it was hot. And when it was good, it wasn't. And then it came to an end. Like I said, you did something, they did something. And I feel like you've been trying to keep it all together since then. You're trying to remain balanced, or rebalance yourself, or recalibrate yourself. But look at that Four of Pentacles to the Ace of Cups. This is, I'm holding on to all of my emotions because I don't want to feel that deeply ever again. You either were married to this person or you wanted to be. You saw this person as your emperor or empress, meaning your divine counterpart, your soulmate, your twin flame. Hate to put labels on that, but that's what it is. But this was hot. This was sexy. This was loving. This was we own the world kind of feeling. And then it came to an end. Six of Swords, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. Something was found out. Something was said. Someone moved on with someone else. Something like that transpired. Someone was friend zoned. Okay. Tell me more about the Death card here. It's almost like, and that was the last time the sunset ever looked the same for you. Page of Swords. Thank you. It's a lot of cards, but we'll take them. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Three of Wands, the Fool, Strength, Knight of Pentacles, Temperance, Five of Pentacles. So some type of communication or something you saw, or maybe you spied, you caught them, something like that transpired. This communication, I almost feel like you had no choice but to, I have to start over. Three of Wands to the Fool card. I have no choice. So whatever precipitated the death or the ending of this relationship, you kind of felt like I have no choice. I have to take all the strength and courage I have and just kind of suck it up, buttercup, and move on. But your journey to reopening your heart again has been so slow. Knight of Pentacles, Temperance to the Five of Pentacles. I know where I'd like to be, right? In terms of my heart, you can see it here. If you had to sketch it out on a map or draw it out on paper, like I know where I need to be, but right now I'm here. I'm not, you haven't made the full journey yet to healing. Temperance card in that respect would be healing. Five of Pentacles. It's almost like part of you doesn't want to heal because you feel like this can happen again. It's almost like you'd rather exist. And I think you subconsciously do it. I don't think you're consciously doing this. Maybe for one or two of you are. I think it's subconsciously. I'd rather sit in the Five of Pentacles because at least then I will never be disappointed again. So it's almost like any new connections in your life, or even maybe the one you're in, it's like, even if you love, you don't love deeply. I don't want to love deeply because at least then if the bottom drops out and this relationship ends, at least I'm never going to feel that again. So you're safeguarding your heart, which is beautiful. Seven of Wands, right? I got to protect myself. But you're kind of doing it in an unhealthy way because you would be able to Seven of Wands, your heart, protect your heart after healing it. You could have both. You could heal the heart and then get into a loving relationship and really allow your heart to blossom and thrive, not just survive in the relationship, but really thrive and still guard your heart. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. 3 of Swords, the Moon. It never left you. It hasn't left you. Deep, deep emotional loss here. Let's get 3 cards of advice here. For Cancer, 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 2 of Wands, 6 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. You're at a Y point. You can continue to do this. No one's telling you not to. At the end of the day, you have the divine gift of free will. Or you could actually find a real tangible way to heal this loss that you had with this soulmate. I do believe this person was a soulmate for you. Are all soulmates intended to stay in our life for forever and ever? No. Some of them are the worst and hardest effing teachers we've ever had. But there's something here about acquiring real tangible help, Pentacle being tangible, whether that's counseling, therapy, journaling, self-help. I'm pretty sure this came out in the reading that I did for you the other day, that I released earlier today. I'm recording this on Monday. This will be your Tuesday morning reading. I'm pretty sure something like that came out in that reading. Acquiring real tangible help. And maybe for somebody it's just having a very trusted friend that you can talk to. Not someone who's going to BS you, but someone that you can really, open up to. But that 7 of Cups to the Chariot to the 8 of Wands. I feel like all of these emotions need to be dealt with before you can move forward and have a very successful, loving relationship. Even if you're currently in one, I think you're just surviving. And that doesn't mean it's not good. It's just that your heart space is not thriving in it. And it's because you won't allow yourself to, because you never want to feel that sunset go down on you again. So definitely a huge wound here for the Cancerian collective to heal. I hope it's, these messages coming out so strongly tells me that this is really something that needs to be addressed. So if this is triggering you or you feel like this is your message, please do something this week to just further your progress a little further along. I'd hate to see you go another day not healing this, not addressing this, and another day of closing off your heart and never feeling real love again, because it's out there. Whether it's currently in your life or it'll come in the near future, don't prevent yourself from ever feeling that way again because of what this person did or these people. Don't cheat yourself out of love. That's what I have for you, my love. That is your what you need to know message at this time. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, maybe just found them to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. Let's take a look at what you need to know right now. What does Leo need to know right now? For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What does Leo need to know right now? Let's get one more shuffle here for you, please, and thank you. Oh, by the way, if you're celebrating your birthday this week, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. Woof! Take control. All right, tell me more about take control here for Leo. What does Leo need to know about taking control? One more shuffle now. Mystery. Let's get 2 tarot cards on this. 2 cards, please, here on Leo. Take control and mystery. The mystery card talks about, I'm confused about something. I'm speaking like you. Confusion, illusion, trying to put a puzzle together, but you're missing the puzzle pieces. Unknown, fear of the unknown. 2 tarot cards here for Leo. One more shuffle now. Thank you. 3 of Cups. Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Judgment in the reverse. Okay. Self-doubt. Self-doubt. Judgment in the reverse could be like your own worst critic. It's thinking negatively about yourself. It's unable to make a decision in regards to partnerships, whether they're platonic or familial, like with family members, or maybe even romantic. It's having the inability to do that because you feel disconnected from your intuition. So there could be some feeling of maybe self-loathing. Could be tempted to participate in some bad habits when we don't listen to our inner calling. You could become a bit destructive, like spending habits or overindulging with food or alcohol or something like that. It's someone who's lacking self-awareness, but I'm more or less getting the feeling here for you. It's almost like you're afraid of connection. You're afraid of connection because you're not trusting your intuition, or you feel disconnected from your intuition. Tell me more about this here for Leo. And I also think that you are heavily criticizing yourself for connections in your life that went wrong. It's almost like it's a mystery why they went wrong, so the problem must be me. Yes and no. I think this came out in your new moon in Leo reading, where I was like, yes, part of the problem could be you, right? If you have an unhealed wound, then you tend to attract unhealed people. That could be friends, family members, or lovers. So it's like yes and no, but you can take control of this. You can heal this within yourself. Tell me more about this with tarot. Take control, mystery. The Three of Cups talks about celebration and friendship, collaboration, creativity, you know, community, happiness. The Ace of Cups is about love, self-love, having compassion, unconditional love, tapping into your intuition, your spirituality. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle. Thank you. It's also, could also talk about opening up yourself to having new feelings for a new person. Five of Cups, Knight of Swords, Three of Wands. There's that moon. There's that mystery. Five of Wands, King of Cups, and the Magician. Justice, Page of Cups, Four of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. I almost feel like some of you are afraid to engage with people, like friends or family or people in your community, or maybe even get out of the house to go to community events. It's almost like you don't want to, look, if it's not your reading, check another placement, but I tapped into a group of you where it's like you watch things from afar. It's like going to, I don't know, a community event, but not actually like being in the community events, like kind of standing off the sidelines and watching the carnival or whatever's happening, but not actually like really participating in it or having fun in it. It's like keeping people at arm's length because of emotional loss here. And the feeling I get here is I'd love to move forward. That Knight of Swords, I'd love to go out and communicate with people and connect with people. Three of Wands, I'd like to see who else is out there, platonic or romantic. But man, I'm afraid. That Moon card, I'm afraid of the unknown, right? The mystery. What if I meet these new people and I go right back to square one and ends up being Five of Wands, disagreements and clashes and arguments, and we're not on the same page? What if I open up my heart again to love and I think I meet the one in this King of Cups energy, but they end up being Magician to the King of Cups to the Five of Wands? What if they're an emotional manipulator or a gaslighter? So there's a fear here of going out and connecting with people, platonic connections or maybe even romantic ones, because of past hurt or past pain. You got to take control back. Control of your life, control of the narrative. You got to take control out of the hands of the person or people who made you feel this way to begin with. Tell me about the Five of Cups here. Tell me about the Five of Cups here for Leo. And one woman posted, I think in that new moon in Leo reading, she was like, something to the effect of, I deleted the comment, but it was something to the effect of like, you're wrong, I healed, blah, blah, blah. That's not what Leo's going through. Okay. Number one, if you healed, really healed, this reading wouldn't be so triggering. Number two, if you're healed, truly healed, then you would know that a collective general reading isn't all about you. It's about other people going through this. So if it's not your reading, I apologize. Check another placement or another tarot reader. This is specifically for those of you who are very reluctant to move forward with meeting new people or connecting with those in your life, or maybe even finding a new love partner because of an individual or individuals who hurt you in the past. And I don't know who they are. Mother, father, sister, boyfriend, ex-wife. I don't know who that person is. But it's like you get so close to connecting, and then you stop yourself because of the mystery, the fear. All right, tell me about the Five of Cups here. I'm off my soapbox now. I'm off my Gemini soapbox. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Nine of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Tower. So every time I thought and I'm speaking like you, had someone in my life, I was emotionally happy or content with the connection, whether they're a friend, family member, lover, maybe even a whole bunch of people. I thought things were getting off the ground. I thought it was growing. I thought things were going well. I thought it was solid. Pentacles are solid. And then boom, crash, over. Sometimes over before the connection ever had a chance to blossom. Right back to the 5 of Cups. We go from 9 to the 5. And 9 minus 5 is 4. So you go from feeling great to feeling lost, and then 4 of Cups, feeling rejected. Okay. 3 of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Pentacles, the World, 7 of Wands, 10 of Swords here, bottom of the deck. Excuse me. And that's the feeling I was getting. You get very close to, I'd like to take the inspired action to meet just even one other person, have a friend, or connect with a current person in my life. You get so close. The Knight of Swords, like, I'm charging in, I'm going to do this. 3 of Wands, I want to open up the front door and step out into the world. And then it's like, whoa, Nelly. 5 of Pentacles, the World, the 7 of Wands. We're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. So you got to take control back. Even that person or those people aren't in your life anymore. They're preventing you from connecting, 1, to your heart, and 2, to other people. Even if they're just friends, just going out and having a real good time. You got to take control back from this person or these people. The Moon card. Tell me why the Moon card is here for Leo. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Emperor, taking control back. Temperance and the 7 of Pentacles. It won't be overnight. This is a pretty deep wound here. So I don't know what this person or these people did to you. It's a mystery to me. No pun intended. Not to make light of it, but you need to take control of this. Active control to heal this. This has been buried in you for a long time. And it's built up over time, over a long time. There's definitely here about healing. And will the healing be, you know, overnight? Is it 1 therapy session? No. Is it 2 entries into your journal writing? No. But it's progress. And it would be more progress towards your healing than you're currently doing, because currently you're not doing anything except the windows and blinds are closed. And even when I go out into the world, my heart is shut down. I will not allow myself to connect with another human that way ever again. And I think you think you're protecting yourself, sort of like that Cancer reading. You're not. You're just allowing that past person or people to control you. And now, even if they're not in your life, they're just controlling now who will be in your life in the future, presently and in the future. So you have totally ceded your power over to that person or those people. And the only way you can actively take it back is to actively begin to heal the wounds. Yeah, for some of you, it's a family wound with that 10 of Pentacles. All right, I want to get you 3 cards of advice. Let's get advice here for you, because I feel like there's a world of happiness waiting for you. And I would hate to see you go another day without experiencing it, because you think everyone you encounter is going to be some gaslighting, manipulative, argumentative jerk, masculine or feminine. And am I telling you that once you're healed, you'll never encounter that kind of person or people? No, I'd be lying to you. Of course you will. I encounter them every other day. But you will instantly see it and know to pivot. And that'll be it. You won't engage with it. It won't create this heartache for you. I see jerks all the time on YouTube, in my community. You know, I see them all the time. I just like, okay, good on you. Light and love. Light and love. Don't need to interact with you. And they don't emotionally traumatize me. This is emotional trauma here. But that's going to come through healing. You have to heal that, my love. Then you'll see it and you'll know to walk away from it and still keep your heart open to engaging with others. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here for Leo. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the Hierophant. Spiritual lesson, yes. But this could also be you receiving tangible support from someone. That could be a spiritual leader, a counselor, a therapist, a psychologist, a trusted friend, a trusted advisor. Absolutely. But it is going to someone else who's knowledgeable on this. Someone that you can communicate with very freely, back and forth, that you can tell the truth to, the real hardcore, tangible truth of what transpired here. I feel like that's your that's your road to healing, or at least that's your advice. The Knight of Wands and the Six of Wands to the Ten of Wands. And as soon as you start doing that, the sooner you do that, the sooner you gain victory over this emotional Ten of Wands that you kind of have bottled up inside of you, and you've been carrying it around this whole time. That's how quickly it comes in. We go from the moon, the mystery and the fears and the doubts, to the sun. Happiness and rejoicing and healing that part of ourselves, and having some warmer connections in your life. So that's what I have for you, my love. Again, if it's not your message, I'm sorry. If you think you're so healed that you're bashing people in the comments section who literally need to hear the message, I'm glad that you're really so healed. But for those of you who actually needed to hear this, I hope that you do reach out and find the support that you need. It's out there. I did it after my marriage ended. It helped me a lot. And, you know, again, everyone I'm interacting with, are they, the creme de la creme of people? No, they're not. But I'm so good now with my intuition, because that's, again, what the Ace of Cups is all about, is trusting my intuition, that if I feel something is off, I don't engage anymore. And I don't need to explain. I just don't engage. And that's how I have taken control. So I can keep my heart open to the good people. And then if I see someone negative, it's a full stop, light and love. Wish them well on their journey, but don't allow them to, I have a meeting tonight I have to attend. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of jerks there at that meeting, but I'm still going to attend it. And I'll still collaborate with the other people who sit up there on that dais there with me to get the people's work done, here in my community on the board that I serve. But I won't go tit for tat with anyone who's coming out in Magician of Five of Wands to the King of Cups. I'm not going to be emotionally gaslit or lied to or emotionally manipulated. No. So, but you will learn that, again, through healing, through therapy. You will learn better coping mechanisms. And most of all, you will learn to trust your intuition again and open up your heart as well. That's what I have for you, Leo. That's what you need to know right now, my love. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. Let's see what you need to know right now. What does Virgo need to know right now for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? What does Virgo need to know right now for the Virgo collective? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Busy and distracted. What else does Virgo need to know right now? What else does Virgo need to know right now? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Okay. The card that came out was Street and Change. Let's get 2 tarot cards on this. So the Street card talks about circulation, something being on exhibit. This would be something that would be distracting you, like something that's kind of like eye candy, right? It's like window shopping. And then the Change card talks about transformation and evolution, maybe revolution. Let's get 2 tarot cards here for Virgo on this. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Knight of Cups. We've got the Lovers. Oh my God. Your readings lately, I just so love them. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands. And these cards are in the upright. Not every card in that deck is in the upright. So, okay. So I think some of you are, for those of you currently in a connection, you are busy and distracted. You have this love partner in your life. The Lover's card is the ultimate choice card in tarot, but it does talk about being in a loving, harmonious relationship, a union, a partnership. This is someone that there's a lot of sexual energy between you and this person. There's passion. There's shared values. You could feel a very deep soul bond connection with this person. But as with anything, love is a choice. So I feel like you do, for a lot of you, you have this person in your life. They have extended their heart to you, right? Their cup of love here in the Knight of Cups. But some of you are just so busy and distracted with other things, work and life and other things that you like. And I feel like this connection, it's almost like your approach to it needs to change in order for it to deepen more. For others of you, you want this. It's out there. It's been coming out in your readings really strong. But you're too busy and distracted to look for. You're busy with work and running errands. And so at the end of the day, you're just like, well, I'm too tired to get out there into the 3D world and find this. Or I don't want to have an online dating profile. I don't want to go through that again. I just heard someone say that. I don't want to go through that again. So I don't know, maybe you had some terrible connections with, certain online dating apps or something like that. But something here needs to change. So if you're currently in a connection, something needs to change. And for those of you who want this, it's literally there. Like, it's been coming out so strong in the Virgo readings for the last 2 or 3 weeks here on my channel. But there's something here about you can't be too busy and distracted with life that you don't actually put a lot of effort into finding that person as well. All right, let's get into tarot now for Virgo. First card out, Two of Wands. So Two of Wands sometimes is like, you would need to leave behind the old Ace of Wands, either the old way you did relationships or the old way you've been doing this relationship, or maybe even the old way you've been finding relationships. So there's something new here to discover in the Ace of Wands. The individual's holding the globe in their hand. So there's something new that you can learn, right? It's a choice. Again, with that Lover's card, you can choose to try to find this new love partner differently than how you found love partners in the past, or you're currently in a connection. There are things that you can do, new ways to like open up your heart, or something here that you can change within yourself, maybe how you approach relationships or something like that. Tell me more about this here for Virgo. One more shuffle here, please and thank you. Some tarot readers see the Two of Wands as the ask. The Two of Wands is I'm asking for this, and the Three of Wands is now I'm waiting for it to come in. So I could be speaking to a Virgo, whether you're partnered or single. It's like, well, I've been asking for love, or I have asked for a love partner in the past, and now I'm waiting. Okay, they're here. But it's like, okay, well, you got to make the next step. The ship is coming into port, but you also have to start walking towards the ship as well. You know what I mean? So we have the Two of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Star card. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords, Knight of Wands, Nine of Swords. That's the I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I currently have a connection. There's attraction, there's love, there's passion. I feel a deep connection with this person. You could even feel like I communicate very well with this person, and they with I, right? Because the Lover's card is Gemini, and that's ruled by Mercury, which is your sign as well, or your ruling planet as well. So there could be something here like, yes, we have great conversation. There's a good flow of heart-based energy, right? In that Knight of Cups energy. But there's something here about, I'm afraid to go further. Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords is flanking the passion, flanking the forward movement. Same thing for those of you where you're single and you'd love to find that Knight of Cups to the Lover's card. It's out there. I feel like you're too busy and distracted with life. Both of you, both groups. You're too busy and distracted with life. And both of you have to change something, either change the way you approach relationships or change the way you exist or function in them. Because for some of you, you're allowing these doubts, fears, and insecurities because of past failures to halt your progress in the current connection you're in. And for others of you, you'd love to find that Knight of Cups to the Lovers connection out there, but you would need to leave behind maybe the way you found love partners in the past. Like maybe in the past, the apps you were using were more for like, I don't know, hookups or something like that. I have a friend of mine who's on those apps, and he keeps saying that he really wants to find someone long-term. And I'm like, and look, I don't make any money advertising these. So if I mention them, please don't, get upset with me or anything. But I'm like, okay, well then you can't be on, that type of app, that's such a, let me see who's in my local area so I can meet them at the bar and, maybe have a quick little fling with them. And then you really then should be on more of like a paid type of website, like and again, I make no money, I don't use them, so you're gonna have to do your background check, your research, but more like an eHarmony, you know what I mean, or that other one that starts with an M. I don't know, it escapes me now. If it comes back, I'll let you know. But there's something here about needing to be on maybe a more, I don't want to call it reputable, but maybe more on a site that's geared toward actually finding these long-term connections, as opposed to maybe these apps where you're just looking for someone in your general area to kind of hook up with. So that would be like changing the way that you find a love partner. Or maybe in the past it was going to bars or events or something like that to meet someone or to try to meet someone. Maybe instead now the approach is different. Maybe it's like, oh, I really like history. Maybe I'll try volunteering at some, I don't know, history museum or something like that. And then I have a good chance of meeting someone, whether they're another volunteer or maybe a patron coming into the museum, because that individual would be someone who enjoys the same thing I do. I would find other, like-minded individuals. So take it the way it resonates to you. If you're currently in a connection, there's something here that you can change yourself on how you show up in the relationship. And for others of you who want a relationship, but you're having difficulty finding that person, you might need to change the way you find partners. Maybe because obviously the way you're working, doing it in the past, maybe just doesn't work anymore. Or there's other new ways or more creative, expansive ways to find someone. Tell me more about this, because I feel like once you see it clearly in that Queen of Swords energy and you're like, oh, that's what I need to change, then I think like the love relationship you're currently in starts to like speed up. I think there's healing for you. I think there's healing in the connection. And I feel like the connection has a really good chance to blossom and bloom. And for others of you where you're looking for that person, I think once you change your mindset on how I find romantic partners, once you change how you go about doing that, and again, whether that's through a website or, I don't know, maybe visiting a different type of place or something like that, then I feel like that wish fulfillment type of person comes in very quickly with that 8 of Wands to the Star card. Tell me more about the 2 of Wands here. Tell me more about the 2 of Wands here. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. 2 of Pentacles came out. The King of Wands. Oh, Knight of Cups to the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Lovers to the Lovers. Oh, just shut up. Lovers to the 4 of Wands there at the bottom of the deck to the King of Cups. I mean, come on. So yeah, if you're currently in a connection, it feels good. You converse well. There's some sexual energy between the two of you. I think there's something here that you can learn. And please don't take offense to that. If it's not your reading, it's not your reading. But if you're being triggered by the reading and you feel like it is yours, then obviously the message really is for you, even if you don't want to recognize it. There's something here that you can change. And what you can change is different for all of you, but there's definitely something here in that King of Wands energy, looking at the way I exist in relationships, have existed, what I want out of this connection, what do I need to change within myself to open up my heart more in that Knight of Cups, because this is what this person is giving you, Knight of Cups to the Lovers. And it's like, if you can change the way you show up in the relationship, then you can give that back to that person. Knight of Cups to the Lovers. And now it becomes a more dynamic or mutual exchange of energies between you and that individual. And for others of you, yeah, I think you got to change the way you look for love, like a love partner. I think some of you are on these, I hate to call them like these apps, but that's what they are. It's like, people portray the best of them. It's 1 or 2 photos. It's a little description. You swipe left, swipe right. It's like eye candy. And these types of connections, if you're looking for that, it's fine. I'm not putting anyone down for that. But if you're looking for a more long-term committed partner, these types of connections seem to just be like ones that distract you from actually finding the long-term person. So if you're looking for hit it, quit it, that might be, just fine for you. But I think for others of you, you really need to change the way, or I shouldn't say change the way, I guess, change how or where or what app or program you utilize or what places you go to find a love partner. And if you do that, man, does it come in. We've got Knight of Cups, Lovers to the Lovers, 8 of Wands to the Star. I mean, it's huge. I think it comes in so quickly, it blows your freaking mind. 8 of Swords to the 9 of Swords there. I think you're stuck in the middle, like, where the hell did this person come from? But all it took was for you to tweak how you go about meeting people. Maybe the way you did it in the past just doesn't work anymore. So you got to find a new way to connect with individuals. And if you do that, yeah, I think wish fulfillment comes in very, very quickly. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. I love it. Another love reading for my Virgos. Someone got upset and posted, another love reading. He was just an angry guy, you can tell. So another love reading. You should have captioned the video love reading. I'm reading for 12 signs. I have no idea what comes out for all 12 signs. Sometimes it's career and finance. Sometimes it's old childhood trauma. I've got Gemini here not talking to their person. Leo's got childhood trauma they got to deal with. There's no way that I can say this is your next person reading. I don't know until the cards come out and the messages come in. So if you're upset by this reading, I'm sorry to disappoint. Just check another placement. But if you found that to be helpful, or interesting, if it resonated with you in any way, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you good luck with your person. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. Let's take a look at what you need to know right now, my love. What does Libra need to know right now? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Your season will be here before we know it. I can't believe we're in Leo already. Next comes Virgo, and then boom, you birthday babies will be here before you know it. So what does Libra need to know at this time? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. We have healthy boundaries. Okay. What else does Libra need to know in respect to healthy boundaries? We'll get one more shuffle here for you, Libra. Thank you. Hot, popular, focus, explosive. Bottom of the deck was the Crown card. Let's get 2 tarot cards here. Healthy boundaries and hot. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Hierophant in the upright. And we have Death in the upright. Okay. See where we're going with this. Bottom of the deck, we have Empress. And that's you, whether you're masculine or feminine, because the Empress card is ruled by Venus. And this is a card that you share with Taurus. So we have the Empress, and then we've got the 9 of Wands right behind it. So clearly, there's a connection here in your life. Now, that Hierophant could be anything. Could be with work. Because in a career and finance reading, the Hierophant very well could be a place that you work at, like the corporation or entity. Could be a volunteer group in your community that you volunteer with, or maybe you're contemplating volunteering with. Could be a marriage, could be long-term commitment, could be family, could be a religious institution that you're part of or you're thinking of joining, or a religious philosophy that maybe you're even thinking of abandoning. So take it how it resonates to you. Whatever, whomever this is, I feel like there's a need here to have healthy boundaries with this individual or this institution. The way you did this connection is over. It doesn't mean that it can't start up again. We'll see what Tarot has. But the way it's existed up until now, it can't exist that way anymore. It's gone to a point where it's so hot, it's explosive. There's a need to focus on that. There's a need to focus that the way this situation, environment, or connection has existed can't exist that way moving forward. The Hierophant is card number 5 here. So something needs to change. Either it needs to come to an end or it needs to radically transform, almost have like a metamorphosis in order to continue existing in it or with it. Okay. Tell me more about this here for Libra. Healthy boundaries, hot, explosive, the Hierophant, and the Death card. 7 of Cups came out. It's Neptune and Pisces, so that could be illusion, confusion over what to do with this. There's a need here for you to focus. That hot card has the word focus on it. So through the confusion, through the illusion, maybe until you figure out what you're doing with it, whether you're ending it or rebirthing it. Maybe in the interim, the immediate thing you need to do is healthy boundaries with the individual or entity until you can figure things out. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. We have the King of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, World card. Okay, so some of you are trying to decide right now, do I stay in this or move on from it? Do I find another job, right? Do I find another place where to live? Do I abandon my religion and maybe move towards another, religion or philosophy or spirituality? Again, maybe end the marriage, end the business contract. There's something here, you're going back and forth in this 8 of Swords in your mind. And I think it means a lot. That 10 of Pentacles is either like it's been in your life a long time, or this is how you make money, right? If this is a job, or you've just invested a lot of yourself into this connection with whomever this individual is. But the 9 of Wands to the World, to that 8 of Swords, is almost like going back and forth in your head. Do I want to do this again? 9 of Wands would be patterns. I don't want to give up on this. I want to try it again. And the World card obviously would be like, I need to bring it to an end, especially when I see World to the Death card. That would be a full end. So I kind of think that's what you're going back and forth thinking about. And the reason why you're going back and forth and thinking about it is because those 2 cards are kind of like flanking the 10 of Pentacles there. So either you've put a lot of time in this, or you've got shared resources, or it's the religion you've had your whole life, right? If we're talking about something like that. So it obviously is very important to you in terms of your Pentacle energy. That's why you seem to be undecided. The message here, I think, is pretty clear. There's not really a lot for me to clarify, although I will. There's something here about if you are so confused right now about whether or not to end this or transform it and try it again, at least in the meantime, you need to learn. Page of Wands would be discovering ways, Ace of Swords, until you can gain the clarity, Ace of Swords over the 7 of Cups. At least in the interim, there's something here about you taking the inspired action as the King or Queen of Wands of your life. Lean into some fire energy. If you look at your birth chart, we all have all 4 elements somewhere in there. So it's like you do have some fire in you. There's a need here to lean into that fire energy. At the very least, create some healthy boundaries until you can figure out what you're what you're doing here. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Why is Libra confused here? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. I'm noticing now that I'm starting to get a little like choked up. Maybe you don't talk to a lot of people about this. Maybe you kind of have suppressed a lot of this because you don't really know what you're doing. So maybe there's something here of you don't really share this with many people. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Cups. We've got King of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of deck, Three of Swords. Strength and Justice. You're confused. I think whoever this person is, like if this is a boss or the corporation, you know, that you work for, or maybe even a religious institution or community group, I think there's respect there. There's admiration. I think you like this person, or at the very least like what you do for them. If this is a partner, whether you're married to them or not, with that Justice Hierophant card there, there's still love there. There's affection. It runs deep. So regardless of who this person is or this entity, at the very least, there's affection to a deep degree. That's also what's complicating here, your decision about, do I want to move forward in this Knight of Pentacles energy? That would be Virgo energy. Do I want to create a plan to see if I could have a new beginning here, or a new start, or a restart in this situation, environment, or connection? Like maybe I don't leave. Maybe I don't need to leave the job or find another place where to live. So that's where your confusion is coming from. It's coming from your deep emotional reservoir that you have within yourself, that a large part of it encompasses this entity or this energy or this person. You've also invested a lot of time in whomever or whatever this is. Okay, fair enough. Ace of Swords. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. I do think in the meantime you need to create some healthy boundaries. The Four of Pentacles came out, and I think you need to be stubborn about those healthy boundaries. It doesn't mean you have to be a jerk about them. It just means you're creating some healthy boundaries in order to protect yourself and give yourself the clarity of mind you need in order to make the best decision here for yourself. So I'll see if an example comes to me. Okay, let's say this is a partner you're disputing with, and they're putting pressure on you to fix the connection. Your healthy boundary would be like, I'm not discussing this. It doesn't mean it's not important to me. It doesn't mean that I'm not contemplating a decision here that I need to make. But what it means is I need to be quiet and alone by myself. Maybe I need to seek support through counseling or therapy, or a trusted friend or advisor. But I know that I cannot communicate about this to you, because your agenda here, your motive here is to keep me in the connection, if that's what's happening. So I can't, you're too biased. You have a self-interest here. So the healthy boundary would be, I love you. I acknowledge that I love you. I acknowledge that I put a lot into this connection. I also acknowledge that you want to keep it or fight for it and rebirth it in some way. And I'm telling you, I don't know if I can do that or not. And so until I figure it out, I might discuss this with someone else, but I can't discuss this with you. And that's holding firm then. And that King of Wands to the Four of Pentacles, that's my line in the sand. If you want me to even consider doing this with you again, or finding a way how to do this again, I'm going to need time alone to think about it. So don't, so that could be something that you do in terms of creating a healthy boundary. All right, let's see what the Ace of Swords is. And that's just an example that came to me. So tell me more about the Ace of Swords here. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and Judgment. What is that? Ten of Swords. Is your truth and clarity here that this person gave to another entity? Tell me more about this. Six of Devil. The Devil card just loves popping up out of your deck. So this is why I shuffle on cam. People are always like, why do you shuffle on cam? For that reason right there. Tell me more about this. Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and Judgment to the Devil card. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Seven of Wands, Ten of Swords. Oh, Christ. Bottom deck, Eight of Wands, Six of Cups, Five of Swords. Clearly, your clarity here, and you know it, so I'm not telling you anything you don't know. This person has betrayed you on some level. Whether it's the job looking to replace you without you knowing, and you heard about it secondhand, like through a coworker, or you live in an apartment building and you found out by seeing it in the paper or online that your apartment building is for sale, and you're like, oh my God, why didn't they tell me this? You could find out here that A friend or family member was maybe backstabbing you, like behind your back with money. Could be about family inheritance even, or wills. Maybe selling a house after someone passed away. That's possible. Like having to divide those. I just heard royalties. Maybe for some of you it's business related, and there's something here about dividing corporate royalties or company royalties, money or something like that. For others of you, you had a person here in your life betray you. Whether they gave into some addiction like shopping or drugs or drinking, or they were giving to another entity or maybe even multiple entities. So you know that. That's your truth. You're well aware of this betrayal. You just don't know what to do about it. I'm not here to tell you what to do about it, but I am here to tell you what source feels you can do in the interim until you figure out what to do about it. And what you can do in the interim is, in order for you to focus on the problem, you need to create some healthy boundaries with this entity or this individual until you can figure out what's best here for you. If you have another place where to live, like if this is someone you live with, maybe you want to take 2 or 3 days and go live with a friend or something like that. Or go away, stay in a hotel for 2 or 3 days. Or ask this person if they would do that. Again, I need some quiet time by myself, to figure this out. And if you can't do that or you can't afford that, then there's definitely time away from this person appears to be what is needed in order for you to make the decision that's best for you. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here for Libra, and then we will wrap up your reading. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Empress, step into your power. Ace of Wands, that's the truth. 6 of Wands, that's your victory. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Cups. Right now, you need to create some healthy boundaries before you can move forward with a decision. And that's the truth. You really need to step into your power. This is what I need. I need distance away from you until I figure out what I'm going to do. And the only way I can figure out what I'm going to do is I need to figure out what I want to do. And the only way I can really figure out what I want to do is I need to accurately assess what the hell it is here that you've done or you continue to do. And then I need to figure out if I want to even continue doing this again. But I can't do it with your influence on me, because your influence is you want what's best for you. I already know that you want to do what's best for you because you've been this manipulative, toxic person this whole time who's been doing what's best for you. That's the reality. I'm not telling you to say those words to this person. I'm almost feeling your anger here. I feel like I'm channeling your rage. So it's almost like, don't tell me what to do because you're only serving your own best interest, and that's clear by your behavior. This is like the job was telling you, don't look for another job. I'll make it right. Don't tell me not to look for another job. I'm not telling you to say this to your boss, but that's the feeling that I'm feeling. Don't tell me not to look for another job. I just found out that you were, decreasing the staff or merging departments, and you weren't going to tell me that I was on the potential proverbial chopping block of losing my job. And now you just want me to pretend I don't know that you're downsizing the company. Again, I'm not telling you to say that to the boss, but that's the feeling here. And if this is like inheritance or stuff with family, this is someone who's trying to get away with something. And now they're like, oh no, don't get a lawyer. We'll just continue to use my lawyer and we'll figure it out. No, I already left it to you and your lawyer to figure it out. And you've been trying to backstab me with the distribution of these funds. No, I can't. I'd have to get my own counsel. So there's something like that here at play where this person wants you to do what they want you to do because it would best serve them. But we've already seen from their past experience, they kind of like doing what's best for them. That's how they effed you over to begin with. They didn't take you into account then. Why would they take you into account now? So I get your frustration here. I also see that the love and admiration that you have for this person runs deep. But I have to ask you this. For those of you in a work situation, do you love the job or do you love the money you make at the job? If this is a marriage or long-term partner, do you really love the person or do you just love the life that you have with them? Because there's a difference between loving the job and loving the pay, or loving the person or just loving the resources you've accumulated. Time served is not a jail sentence. Please don't treat this like something you have to, it's 20 to life and now I got to stay in this. No, you don't. But that's a decision you need to make. I think you need time away from this person in order to make that decision. And if this has anything to do with inheritance or royalties or business, please start looking for another job. You don't have to tell this person. If you need to get a lawyer for whatever this is, get a lawyer, you know, or get an accountant. You know, again, I don't know how this will resonate for you, but the main message here is you need to focus on what the issue is, and you need to create a healthy boundary between you and this entity so you can make the decision that's best for you. That's what I have for you, Libra. That's what you need to know right now. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, maybe just found them to be helpful or hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio. Let's take a look at what you need to know right now. What does Scorpio need to know right now? What does Scorpio need to know right now? One more shuffle now. Thank you. Past life relationship. Tell me more about this past life relationship for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about this past life relationship? It just dawned on me my microphone may not be on. Oh, it is. I was going to say, oh my God, I went from Aries to you without it being on. Okay, tell me more about this past life relationship here for Scorpio. Let's get one shuffle. Thank you. Mirror, reflection, reference, distinguish, appearance. This person is just like you. Bottom of the deck, sorry. The unspoken apology, eternal regret, regret from a past life. Okay. Let's get to 2 tarot cards on this. 2 tarot cards on this, please, for Scorpio. Past life and mirror. One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Wands. Could be dealing with a fire sign. 2 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. Okay. So for some of you, you know, you're single. You're trying to prioritize your life. You're trying to make the decision about whether or not you want to enter the dating pool again. I feel like for those of you that want this new beginning in love, you want to take a leap of faith. I do feel that you have a past life partner here. For others of you, this person is already in your life. You're connected to them somehow. Okay. So take the messages how they resonate to you. The 9 of Cups showed itself face up, so we'll take that. Tell me more about this for Scorpio. Past life relationship, mirror, the King of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle now. Thank you. We have Justice. Could be dealing with a Libra, Chariot, Cancerian, Queen of Wands. Oh, King to the Queen of Wands. That's quite the mirror, isn't it? Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 7 of Cups. There's your confusion, needing to weigh your options. 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups, Ace of Swords. So you either have already walked away from this person, or you're considering walking away from this person, or emotionally detaching from them. So I have 2 groups of you yet again on the channel. You're single. You're feeling good. 9 of Cup energy. I feel emotionally fulfilled. I feel emotionally balanced. I'm ready to get out there. I want justice and love. I want to find my person. I want to find someone who's dynamic and attractive and, you know, a visionary or an entrepreneur. I want someone who's maybe career focused and has big picture thinking and is not small-minded, and they're sexy and they're exciting and all of those things. But I'm kind of internally conflicted about whether or not I should do that. Or I could be speaking to a Scorpio where you've already done that and you're kind of dating a few people, but you're really not sure if you want to take a certain connection you have in your life a little further. For others of you, you have this person in your life now. They're a past life relationship, or at least that's how you feel about this person. You feel like you're an ideal match, King to the Queen of Wands. There's some mirroring here going on. Maybe you're ignoring them. They're also ignoring you. I also think the secondary message, there's the 2 of you are a lot alike with that mirror reflection. Tell me more about the Justice card here. Either way, you want justice in love. If you don't want to look at a love reading or hear about a love reading, please check another placement. I don't know what to tell you. You want justice here. So justice with this current person, justice with a future person. I'm speaking to a group of Scorpios where you want justice and love. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Justice is clarified by the World, the Ten of Pentacles, and Temperance. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. You want justice in love. Whether this is with the person already in your life, or that you had in your life, or the new person, you want a new cycle in love. You want it to go the distance. Ten of Pentacles. Temperance. It's almost like I'm willing to be patient for it. So I could be speaking to a single Scorpio where you're like, I really want this. Maybe I kind of casually, I'm dating a few people, but I will be patient until I find the one, because maybe I'm too confused. I have lots of options and choices. No one's really sparking a big interest here for me, and I'm looking for my mirroring counterpart. And if I need to be patient until that person comes into my life, I'll be patient. Bravo to you. You're making the right decision. You're not just hopping into a relationship because you're lonely. You're actually looking for the one, or someone that mirrors you in some way. Bravo. I have a group of you then where you're currently in this connection, or this person's in your life somehow. You feel this close attraction to them, or I shouldn't say, you feel an attraction to them, magnetic attraction, but you also feel this connection like I've known them before, or something like that. You want it all with this person. You'd love to have a whole new chapter with this person, but you're not making a move towards them. You're prioritizing other things. The Two of Pentacles could talk about time management, or having multiple priorities and trying to trying to be adaptable to them. And so it's like, I got to balance out my other priorities. There's also something here. I don't even know if I want to be with this person. It's for one of you watching. I don't even know if I want to be with this person. I got to weigh the pros and cons here. So I don't know what the issue is here. I mean, for those of you who are single and you want to go off and date, I understand you're confused because you're dating a few people. That's possible. And none of them are coming across as the one, and you're going to be patient and wait for the one to come in. That's great. In the meantime, you know, you're going to tend to your other responsibilities and your finances. I love that. And in that respect, you're entering the dating world in a very balanced and healthy way. But for those of you in this connection, I almost want to ask, why are you in the connection? Because you're not putting, you're stopping yourself from moving forward in it. So I don't know, maybe this person did something. I don't know what transpired here. This is what you want. You want to move forward. You want to take the inspired action, and then you stop. What is this? Five of Cups, Five of Wands, Seven of Cups. This is feeling emotional loss and regret and grief because of some type of argument or disagreement that transpired here that left you very confused. That's the most basic way I can interpret those three cards. Left you confused, and also left you very emotional about the relationship itself. Okay, tell me about the Five of Cups here to the Five of Wands to the Seven of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Cups. There's this person, the Emperor, and the Devil. Oh, something toxic happened here. They're toxic. You're toxic. Something transpired in the connection. Okay, that's why you're reluctant to move towards them. I get it. You love them. You see them as everything. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. You're making the judgment call. Okay, I understand what happened. So, excuse me. So there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of, I would like a new chapter, new cycle, new chapter, something like that with this person. I'd like success and victory, right, in the Chariot energy. But there's something toxic here in this connection. It is a soulmate, soul bond connection. You're right. Two of Cups. Surprised we didn't see the Lover's card, but so it is a strong soulmate, soul bond connection, and some of you feel it's a past life relationship. What's the toxicity here? What's this Devil card? Obviously, it's a collective general reading. Won't apply for all of you, but something here is not being addressed in this connection. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What's not being addressed? Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Oh. Does this person act single, but they're not single? Do you feel like they're juggling you and someone else? Two of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles. I'm clarifying the toxicity. Either someone's going back and forth on becoming single, or someone's pretending to be single. What is this? Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. This is a toxicity. One more shuffle here. Thank you. the Star, the Four of Swords, King of Wands, High Priestess, Strength, Death. Yeah, you're putting an end. There's some outside interference in this connection. I don't know what it is. Drugs, alcohol, shopping addiction. I don't know. Someone lying about money. Family members getting in the way. Friends. Another lover. I don't know. I'm asking about the toxicity here. I see your reluctancy now to move forward. It could be you're confused. You don't know if this person has another person. That's possible. For others of you, you know this person has another person, but you just feel like they're juggling you. And you kind of want this person all to yourself. Either way, you want this person all to yourself. So, yeah, there's something here of, they're my wish fulfillment, and I have a desire to heal this connection with them, but I'm going to stop myself from doing that. Yeah, this person, there's something here about Nine of Pentacles to the Devil could be someone who's spending money on things like overindulging just to make themselves feel good. So it could be overindulging on shopping or buying things or drugs or alcohol or something like that. And if that's the case, you're like, I would like this, but this person needs to heal. Star card to the Four of Swords. They need to heal that addiction. They need to become independent, autonomous of that addiction. For others of you, you either suspect or you know that this person is juggling you with someone else. Maybe they say that they're independent or single, or they claim they will become that, but you haven't seen any proof. And so it's like, until they heal this, right? Until they either, I don't know, either they need to provide proof that they're single, I don't know, or proof that they're not juggling someone else, or they've walked away from another connection. There's something here this person's keeping in secret, or they think it's a secret. You're well aware of it. You're well aware of it. So I don't know what they're hiding here. Another person, maybe they're hiding you from another person. I don't know. They're overindulging, and you know it. So as much as you want love in this relationship, until this person like comes clean or becomes single, free, or autonomous of whatever that addiction there is, you're holding yourself back. Now I get it. You're holding yourself back. Okay? So I guess what you need to know right now is that this is your current situation. All right, what else do they need to know? I mean, I don't feel like I'm telling, if this resonates for you, I don't really feel like I'm being a good tarot reader. I don't feel like I'm telling you anything you don't know if you're resonating. So what else does Scorpio need to know about this? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Oh, it's about to pour outside. King of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Okay, if you're wondering if this person is still engaging in that behavior, they are. I think that's what you need to know right now. Even though they've got great love and affection here for you, they have not abandoned yet that person, that behavior, or they haven't cut ties with that family member or something like that. Whatever you thought that toxicity was, they're still engaging in it. I guess that's what you need to know right now. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. But you're right. If you feel it's a past person, like a past life relationship, or you have a very deep soul bond connection, you're right. And I see your love and affection for this person. But if you're wondering if they're still engaging with that other individual to some degree, yes, they are. They're not free and autonomous of the addiction or whatever toxicity here is meddling or getting in the way of your connection to them. All right, 3 cards of advice here, and then we'll wrap this up. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 8 of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Death card. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Why is the Page of Cups here? This is almost like what a strange advice. Honestly, this is telling you to emotionally disengage from this individual. Take control of the situation, emotionally disengage from this individual. This is telling you to focus on yourself. 3 of Cups to that Page of Cups. Focus on yourself. Focus on friends. Focus on community. Focus on other connections in your life. If this person is going to like come around and maybe give you that apology, then they will. And if they don't, they don't. But there's something here about not sitting around waiting for this person anymore. I know some of you don't want to hear that, but I got to tell you what's on the table. There's something here about emotionally disconnecting. And again, if this person comes in with the apology, they do. But you have other soulmate, soul bond connections here, friends or other people that want to collaborate with you or hang out with you. And you need to focus on nurturing other connections in your life instead of being so focused on just this one. All right. Let's wrap it up for Scorpio. One more shuffle. Thank you. We've got the Moon. We have the Six of Wands. And we got the Page of Pentacles. I do think in that energy of the new moon in Leo, most of you will hear from this individual. Look, at this point, I'm doing the reading on the 21st. That's like 3 days away. New moon energy could last up into a week. Maybe in the interim, just focus on yourself, your business, your friends, other responsibilities. If this person comes in with this apology, you can take it, take it from there. We'll see what next week's readings have, if that includes anything like that. But for this week, it's just saying like emotionally disengage and focus on you. The cards are saying this person comes back around. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. But don't lose sight of yourself and your goals and your dreams and your aspirations and waste your time waiting for this person. Because right now, as of the time of this reading, they have not done anything to change their situation. That's what I have for you, my love. That's what you need to know right now. Just focus a little bit more on you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. Bear with me 1 second while I clean up from Scorpio's reading. Okay. Okay, now I can officially say hello to you. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's take a look at what you need to know right now. What does Sagittarius need to know right now? For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What does Sagittarius need to know right now? One more shuffle. Thank you. End of a cycle. What else does Sagittarius need to know right now? Okay. 2 cards popped out of the deck. Madness and affairs. So there's an end to an affair. An affair that has been chaotic for you. That affair could be anything. This could be, doesn't have to be love related. This could be like something with work. Something here is coming to an end. It's the end of a cycle. It's a cycle that's been maddening for you. There's been chaos. There's been cloudiness. There's been the inability to make a judgment call on it. Take a look at that. We've got the Page of Swords. There's been confusion with whatever this affair or event or whatever this is has been for you. But it's coming to an end. The madness is coming to an end. Let's get 2 tarot cards now for Saggy, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Queen of Cups here in the upright. And we have the 8 of Wands in the upright. Bottom of the deck, we have 9 of Wands in the upright. There's something here that as this cycle approaches an end here for you. And again, I don't know what it is for you. Career and finance related, love and romance, a platonic connection. There's clearly something that's been maddening and distressing and confusing for you coming to an end. The Queen of Cups card here is saying you need to try to remain as emotionally stable as you can at this time. It's imperative for you to tap into your intuition for the decisions that you need to make moving forward. There's a need here for you to comfort yourself, to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to have a sense of calmness about you while you transition through this ending. The 8 of Wands tells me that this ending is coming in quick, the end of this cycle. There's some swift change here happening, or some quick action that's coming, or maybe a quick decision even on your part. There's something here that's rapidly concluding in your life, and there's a need here for you to stay as in touch with your intuition as you can and as emotionally balanced as you can during this ending, because the end of one cycle means the start of another. Tell me more about this here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about end of a cycle, madness, affairs, Queen of Cups, and the 8 of Wands? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, 10 of Cups, 2 of Swords, the Phoenix, and the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles, the Sun, and Justice. I feel like I'm about to have a coughing fit. So I'm just going to pause the camera and grab something to drink real quick. I will be right back. Empress energy here at the bottom of the deck. And we're back. That's a long stretch to go from Aries to your sign without taking a sip of water. So I have the Ten of Cups here, or we have the Ten of Cups here, the Two of Swords, the Phoenix rising from the ashes, which is a unique card here to your deck. And then you have the Three of Pentacles, the Sun card, and Justice. Tell me about the Ten of Cups here for Sagittarius. Okay, Page of Cups came out. So I feel like this is new. So maybe you have had this end of a cycle. Some of you have already ended it. Others of you, you're in the process of wrapping it up. I almost feel like this new person comes in very quickly after you end this cycle or you heal this cycle. Because the Queen of Cups is a very healing energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. Okay, tell me more about the Ten of Cups here. One more shuffle here, please. And thank you. Yeah, this comes in pretty quickly. We've got the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Wands. This is all new. This is you meeting someone. Maybe you're meeting someone while you're traveling or vacationing or something like this. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords, another new Six of Swords. Yes. So you're moving on. Ace of Pentacles right behind that. So you're moving on from the end of this cycle. I don't know. Maybe you were involved in some kind of third-party affair, and I don't know where you were on that triangle, but maybe that was just a maddening situation for you. For others of you, maybe this was just... in terms of affair, like maybe a really bad job that you were at, like a company, and either you are no longer working there or you're kind of wrapping up working there. Either way, the new is here for you, literally coming in very quickly, and has the ability here to make you very happy in this Ten of Cups energy. Now, there's something here about when this offer comes in, this communication, information, again, whether this is a job offer or this is a new person entering your life, you seem to be at the crossroads here. Not sure. Maybe you think it's too soon. That's quite possible for some of you. If it's a new job, you're not sure if you want to take it. If this is a new partner coming in, you're not sure. You're just kind of ending this one cycle. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Oh, the Ace of Swords came out. That's the truth, what I just said. So if it's a new job, you're not sure you want to move towards it. You can't believe it came in so quickly. It's like, well, I just put out my applications and resumes and already these people are contacting me for an interview. It's like, I can't believe this is happening so quickly. If this is a person coming into your life, this could be almost a little shock to your system of, I just started to get out there and meet people, or I just got on this dating, website or whatever this, I can't believe that this, but in that Queen of Cups energy, it's like the moment you open up your heart and you're willing to Eight of Wands receive whatever the new here is for you, new job or a new friend or a new lover, it comes in very quickly. Like once the heart is healed and it's opened, it's like, boom, here it comes. Ace of Swords, Celestial Weaver, that's another card in this deck that's unique to the deck I use for you. So this is something that you have been manifesting, co-creating, wanting as you're rising up like the Phoenix, rising from the ashes here after the end of this cycle or this relationship. And you've got the Nine of Swords. Oh yeah, oh man, you're going to be really up in your head because that Nine of Swords to the Ace of Swords is 10 swords. And it's like, I just got noticed that the company was downsizing. I started putting out my resumes and applications and boom, I can't believe I got this new job offer. It's almost like or maybe you have many. You could have many job offers come in. The same thing for those of you where now you're kind of wrapping up this love situation, or maybe you have, recently and you're still trying to mend and heal from it. There could be this feeling of like, oh my God, I'm still healing my heart from this, or I'm in the process of closing this out and I can't believe that I'm meeting this person on the precipice of this ending, or this new job on the precipice of this other one ending. So a little shock and awe here to your system. Queen of Swords. So I think in this Queen of Swords energy, you are looking at things very rationally, very matter of fact. So if it's the new job, you're really going over, it almost looks like a job offer, because in this deck, the Queen of Swords is looking over a document. So it's almost like you're really giving considerable thought to this new opportunity. Same thing if this is a person. You're really giving considerable thought, kind of removing emotions, and really trying to go within and find the clarity you need about, do I want to engage with this new person? We have the Fool, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, because this is literally on the precipice. And I called it Ten of Swords when I said the 9 plus the Ace is 10. So it's like on the precipice of this ending, or this job collapsing, or this relationship collapsing. I don't know if I would just want to jump at the first job offer that comes in. I don't know if I want to engage with the first love partner that comes in. There's something like that here. I don't know if I want to take the inspired action to move forward. Maybe I shouldn't just take the first job that's offered. Maybe I should see what else is out there. If it's a love partner, maybe I shouldn't get involved so soon, or get involved with the first person that I matched with, or you know what I mean, I'm connecting with. So there definitely is this, I don't know if I want to do this. Now, between you and I think you do it, but I think you take it super slow. I do think you accept the job offer. Three of Pentacles to the Sun card to Justice would be like, this is the right thing for me to do. If this job pans out, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I know that this one is ending. I know this one is downsizing or being sold or closing or whatever. So it's like, this job is better than no job. I think that for most of you, that's a decision you come up with if this is career and finance, because it's like, I know for certain this is closing out. So let me just take this one for now. At least that way I could still keep in, you know, an income, a regular income stream, and I can still continue to see what else is out there. But I think your ultimate decision here is I should take it. And if this is a love partner coming in, whether you're closing this out or you've been healing from this closing out in the past, the feeling here is I'm just going to take it really slow. I'm going to take it slow. Three of Pentacles, just kind of get to know one another, almost friend zone this person. And this is all happening in Leo season. So that's why this is something you need to know right now, because Leo season is 2 days away. I'm recording this, on the 21st. So I will release this on the 22nd, which is the official first day of Leo season. So this is coming in really fast. So if you want the job, get your applications and resumes out there. If you are open to new love, energetically open up your heart, but then also go out into the 3D world or whatever way you utilize to connect with a new person, because they're here. Okay, the new is here. It is the end of a cycle, my friend, and the start of another. I was going to get you advice. We got the Strength card, which is another nod here to Leo season. So having the courage and strength here to move forward. Three of Swords, after this heartbreak, after this ending, after this setback. Five of Pentacles, yeah. Maybe this is the job ending. Like I said, the relationship leaving you out in the cold. You know, your advice here is to power through it, to power through the loss, to power through the loss of this job, and to move towards the new. Ever so slowly. Eight of Wands, the Moon, despite any doubts, fears, or reservations you have. The Hermit to the Six of Wands. You know it's the right thing to do, and you got the Ace of Cups here. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So you have a new soulmate here coming into your life very soon, whether that's professional, platonic, or romantic. Your advice here is, and I think this person, I think I said it before in another reading, this person helps you heal through this. So it's a job that helps you, new job that helps you recalibrate your finances after the loss of this job or the impending loss of this job. This is the new friend that comes in and helps you through the loss of this relationship. And yes, for some of you, very, very strong romantic soulmate energy here on the table that comes into your life after the ending of this other one, or while you're going through the healing journey of this one that has ended. That's what I have for you. This is why, the reason why you need to know this right now is because this is literally coming in right now. This is your karmic justice coming into play, and it's good karma. So bravo to you. The new is here. That's what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, maybe you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, my love, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. I hope that you are doing well today. Let me just get these cards out of the way here from the Sagittarius reading. All right, my darling, let's see. What do you need to know right now? What does Capricorn need to know at the time of this reading? What does Capricorn need to know right now? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do my happy Cappies need to know right now? Okay, thank you. Got a couple of cards there, but we will take them. You have listen to your intuition, positive change, and vivid dreams. So maybe some of you are having some vivid dreams at this time. If not, that could be something that you're having or will be experiencing very soon. There's positive change here on the horizon for you, and there's a need here for you to listen to your intuition. Okay, tell me more about this here for Capricorn. Listen to your intuition, positive change, and vivid dreams. What else do they need to know about this? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Divine intervention, serendipity, some type of catalyst here. Something is happening here. Bottom of the deck, Crown, top level. Okay, something positive here, shifting and changing for you. Let's get two tarot cards now, and then we'll dive more into your deck there. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. Listen to your intuition, positive change, vivid dreams, and divine intervention. Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. First card, King of Cups in the upright. Next card, Seven of Pentacles in the upright. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands in the upright. Okay, there's your victory, my love. So there's something here about you remaining very emotionally balanced at this time. Diplomatic, very emotionally balanced, in control of your emotions. There's something here about you being a supportive leader, either to your partner, to yourself, maybe to a group of people that you're dealing with. And you need to listen to your intuition when it comes to making a decision. Something here is happening. It's for the positive, but you need to listen to your intuition. Because the Seven of Pentacles, the message I'm getting is you need to have a very long-term view here. Perseverance. You need to be very diligent about this investment, whether that's emotional or financial. Okay, tell me more about this here. You need to think long-term now. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. Listen to your intuition. Positive change, vivid dreams, divine intervention. King of Cups in the upright. Seven of Pentacles in the upright. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, the Hierophant. The Emperor. Whoa. The Empress. What just happened to Capricorn? The Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, Temperance. I was going to say Star card. Maybe this is some kind of wish fulfillment for you. Temperance, King to the Queen of Pentacles, to the World card. Positive change, divine intervention here. You have to take out what resonates to you. I don't know what the Hierophant is to you. Your marriage, your long-term commitment, your job, a religious organization that you're part of, or a religious philosophy that you have. There's something contractual here, whether that's spiritual contract, financial contract. This could be, you know, your contract to your housing situation where you live, or a financial institution you're trying to get a loan from. I just know that whatever it is, you're coming together here with 1, 2, 3, up to 3 other people to find some kind of solution. You're finding a way and doing it in a very emotionally balanced way to almost, something was stuck. Something was stuck for a long time. Okay, something was stuck for a long time. You're the alchemist here. Page of Pentacles to the Page of Cups. That makes sense because in Temperance, Archangel Michael on the card is depicted with 1 foot on land, pentacle energy, earth energy, and 1 foot in water, cup energy. So, and then we get the Ace of Cups. So you're finding a way here to take a situation that has been long stuck and stagnant, that you have been persevering through. You are finding a way to either find compromise or to bring this whole thing together to the satisfaction of all parties, everyone involved. I need to know more about the Hierophant. Tell me more about the Hierophant here. What is the Hierophant here? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Hierophant's clarified by judgment. Whoa. 7 of Cups. The Chariot. It's been long stuck and stagnant. Whatever this is, your involvement in this contract has been stuck for a long time because of confusion, illusion. Now there's a judgment call being made on your behalf. You're making the judgment call. You're listening to your intuition. Judgment is going within, doing what's best for all involved. You're coming up with a creative way on how to get us, this group of people, or you and this other person, out of Stuckville, basically, and into the Chariot and moving forward towards positive change, towards resolution. The divine intervention is you paying attention to your dreams. So I would start documenting. See how the Page of Pentacles is writing, you know, is looking at a book. I would start recording your dreams or writing down your dreams. There's some, and then you can go online and look and see what does that mean. Like the other night, I had a dream that I was walking down the street. I didn't recognize the area in my dream. It's not like it was my town or somewhere that I had been, and a bat just flew by me. What a weird dream. Not even 10 seconds long. That's all. There was no one else on the street. A bat flew by me. And then immediately, when I woke up from it, I was a little startled. I looked around to make sure there wasn't actually a bat in my house, and there wasn't. But I immediately wrote it down, went back to sleep. And in the morning, I did an internet search. What does it mean when a bat flies towards you in your dream? So there's something like that here. I just felt inclined to share that with you about writing down or recording your dreams and then doing an internet search on them, because I feel like that's the divine intervention. It's like a download, like a spiritual download that you'll be receiving. And that's what helps you get the information or that intuitive hit you need. Is like the aha. That's how I can get us from being stuck and stagnant to moving forward towards progress and success and victory here in the Chariot. I hope this message is making sense for someone watching. So you're bringing together yourself and this other person, or you and this group of people, to find resolution on something that's been stuck and stagnant for a long time. So we can move forward. Oh God, look at that. 3 of Wands to the 4 of Wands, that's 4 Wands. So we can move forward on this. And again, the Ace of Wands, all aces are like the inspiration, right? So it's you getting the inspiration through this dream, looking it up, seeing what messages there are there, what relates to your current situation here, and then using that as the inspiration to have this urge to create a resolution or solution that moves this forward towards victory. 4 of Wands, victory, towards progress, towards growth, towards expansion. Okay. I want to see a little bit more about your role here. Queen of Pentacles. So that's what you need to know right now. Pay attention to your dreams, document them, and look them up. Queen of Pentacles, here you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 9 of Swords. Again, the dreams. Look how she's waking up in the dreams. So you might have some very vivid, startling dreams, like I did with that bat going by me, but document them. Yeah, something in the dream state. Justice. Yes, that's correct. Something gives you the idea here on how to take something that's stuck and move it forward towards a compromise or something that's fair and balanced for all. And there we go again, Temperance. So there's something here coming to you in your dream state, Wheel of Fortune. That's the divine intervention. And that's Jupiterian energy, which is all about good luck. That's also your little cousin sign there next to you on the zodiac wheel of Sagittarius. So there's something here about paying attention to your dreams, documenting them, looking them up, taking the parts of those dreams that pertain to your current situation, and then coming up with a way on how to take a situation, environment, or connection that's been stuck or stagnant for a while and be able to move it forward towards victory and success for all involved. That's what I have for you. That's your message at this time. Pay attention to your dreams, document them, and write them down. Even the troublesome ones, there's something in there. And if you can pull all of those messages together, or again, the parts, glean the parts from those dreams that apply to your current situation, that's how you create the path forward towards success. Okay, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hardly ever get messages like that, especially in a collective reading. But start writing down those dreams and looking them up. There's a very special answer there for you. And whether that dream, that message is coming from like source, a divine God, maybe an ancestor, a family member who passed away, it'll be different for all of you. But the catalyst moment to move forward from a stuck and stagnant situation to one that is healthy and thriving and has long-term results all starts with your dreams and you documenting them. That's what I have for you, my love. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, or maybe just found them to be helpful or even hopeful, please click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, my love, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. I hope that you're doing well. Let's see what you need to know at this time. What does Aquarius need to know at this time? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle now. Thank you. Secret admirer. Oh, what? Bottom of the deck, heartbreak. Okay, maybe some of you have either someone who's getting over a heartbreak or someone whose heart you broke is secretly admiring you. Okay, it's a little different take here for the Aquarius collective. Remember to check your other placements if this one does not resonate with you. Tell me more about the secret admirer here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Crown, owner, master, top level. Secret admirer could be someone you work with or you work for. Bottom of the deck, reconcile. Or it could be an ex that wants to reconcile with you. Wants to repair things. Okay. Let's get 2 tarot cards here. Tell me more about the secret admirer and crown here. It's kind of giving me Emperor, Empress energy. So maybe this person, like I said, they're either your boss and they're secretly admiring you, or like a business partner. For others of you, I feel like it's either someone you broke up with or maybe you're in the process of disengaging from. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The overall feeling here is whoever this person is, they feel like you're their equal, whether that's in business, like in career and finance, or in love and romance. We've got the Knight of Swords, and we have the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, oh, 2 of Swords in the reverse. So this person, maybe they were confused about you or undecided about you. Or maybe there's been delays in this connection here moving forward, but now this person has made a decision here. If this is someone you don't know, I feel like they are contacting you soon to reveal to you that they admire you. If this is a past person, this is someone who's seeking the truth and clarity about their connection with you, because this person is driven to succeed. They want to make this connection work, and they're looking to see if you're willing to work on rebalancing or recalibrating this connection with them. Okay, let's see where we go with this. Tell me more about Secret Admirer, Crown, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. I feel like you don't see this coming either way, whether it's someone who secretly admires you, or it's someone, you know, that you're currently breaking away from, or that you have broken up with in the past. I don't think you see this coming. The Queen of Swords, whether you're masculine or feminine, seems to have her back to this. And if it's a past person, I think you have some pretty clear boundaries with this person. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Pentacles, Five of Swords, the Lovers, Page of Cups. Okay. This could be someone you work with that secretly admires you. And if that's the case, they're making the choice to tell you in this Page of Cups energy. So this could be someone at work or your boss, or maybe even a competitor if you're a business owner, that's just extending this out to you after a lot of thought, a lot of contemplation here, making the active choice to tell you that they admire you or admire your work, or maybe they admire that you're so driven to succeed, something like that. For others of you, this is someone you're either ending the relationship, or this person knows you've been contemplating it, or maybe you have. Again, it's a collective general reading. But if that's the case, this person's making the choice to either extend an apology or wanting to express their emotion to you. I feel like this person wants to know if you feel the same way. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I would expect incoming communication. Five of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles. I would expect incoming communication. Yeah. So whether this is in career and finance, yep, this is someone coming forward and saying, you're so driven to succeed. I just want you to know that I've been watching you, or I know, you know, I've been keeping an eye on you here at the company or whatever place of business, or maybe where you volunteer. I don't know what this is for you. Or it could be a competitor for those of you who are a business owner, and just saying that they admire you and your work ethic and how dedicated you are. Seven of Pentacles would be someone who's dedicated to their job. So it could be something, you know, very innocent like that. But for others of you, this is someone you're either making the choice to end something with this person, or you have, and they're coming in with this little communication here. Tell me more about the Lovers here. Someone's definitely making the choice to reach out to you. Like now. That's why this is something you need to know now. Tell me more about the Lovers card here. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Fool. We have the Nine of Wands. And we have the Seven of Wands. For some of you, it's someone who wants to try this again with you. They don't want to give up on the relationship with you. It's someone that you may have created some healthy boundaries with, or you've insulated yourself from. But I'm going to deck the Moon. I would expect to hear from this person in the energy of the new moon in Leo, which is on the 24th, just a couple of days away. Okay. What does this person want with Aquarius? Although it seems pretty obvious here, but let's clarify that Page of Cups. Tell me more about the Page of Cups here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Cups, clarified by Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords. This person is coming in very strategic, and I think that's why they're coming. 3 pages, 3 out of the 4 pages are here on the table. So this person's coming in very small. If this is a competitor or someone at work, I want you to be careful. There's some deceit or trickery here about why they're complimenting you or wanting to collaborate with you. Give me 3 cards on that. If this is career and finance. Be cautious. One more shuffle. Thank you. Yeah, that's the truth. Aces for me after I say something is double confirmation. Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit. I feel like this person wants to learn from you. If this is a competitor or someone that you work with, I feel like the trickster energy here in the Seven of Swords is this person wants to glean information off you, knowledge off of you. They see you as being very bright, very smart. And I feel like this person is just trying to compliment you or befriend you in some way. They're having some kind of crisis with work or something like that. So they're coming to you without asking you to be their mentor or asking you for advice. It's more like trying to butter you up to get close to you, maybe to find out, like, I don't know, your secrets, right? If you're a business owner, there could be something like that about wanting to know about your work strategy without coming out and being honest about it. That's what's deceptive here. It's like wanting to befriend you to get like your secrets, or how do you do what you do? They see you as wise, but they're not, although they're giving you a compliment, it's a page compliment. It's really just to try to gain your trust, because their ulterior motive here is to try to glean information from you to enhance their own business or their own success. So just be mindful of that, especially for those of you where you're starting new jobs. If this is a love partner that you're breaking away from, or you have ended things with them, somebody either wants to give you clarity about some betrayal or deception that they believe, took place, that they did. They want to offer you some clarity on this and an apology. Or if they believe you engaged in it, they want clarity from you. Tell me more about that. If this is a love partner. Very different Aquarius group I tapped into today. Very different. Yeah, if you did anything, this person, and it's been plaguing this person in the Nine of Swords, they want the truth from you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. So if this is there goes the fourth page. This is a very immature energy, I have to be honest with you. Because if this is a past person, if they did something to you, or they think you did something to them, the adult thing here, and I'm just saying adult, like the mature thing here is, they do believe that the two of you can come together and heal this burden. They do. I know that we can find our way back to one another. So if they did anything deceptive, this is someone who wants to open up and tell you the truth. And if you did something deceptive, they want you to open up and tell them the truth. If this person did something to you, they want to tell you the truth and offer you an apology in the hopes that you will move forward with them. If you did something to them, they want you to come clean. They want an apology and they want the absolute truth. That's their intention. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Maybe for some of you, you are married to this person, or you have shared resources with them, or you've been in this connection a very long time. Okay. Advice here for Aquarius. What's the advice here for Aquarius? So I think that's what you need to know now, is a conversation is coming forward. If it's coming in your career and finance sector, just be mindful the person might be trying to glean information from you to enhance their own standing, their own job, or their own business, okay? If this is someone you're breaking up with, or you have already broken up with them, there's something here about wanting to know the truth about betrayal in an effort to heal the connection with you. 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. 4 of Cups, Queen of Wands, Temperance. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. There's something here about before taking the inspired action to decide like whether or not you want to heal or not heal this situation, you need to give a lot of contemplation to this. Whether this person engaged in a Seven of Swords behavior or you did. There's something here about being very tempered and not moving too quickly in one direction or another. 3 of Wands, the Chariot, and the 2 of Pentacles. Why is that? The 4 of Cups, look, she's like, I need to think about this. the Queen of Wands would take inspired action, the energy, but Temperance is like, no. Temperance almost looks in this deck like Two of Pentacles. So it's almost like I have to think about it. So it's holding yourself back from taking the inspired action in one direction or another. Because Temperance is Sagittarius energy, it's fire energy, but it's tempered, it's quiet. So if it's that new work person coming around, just don't rush right in and tell them everything and how you became successful or how you got to where you are today. It's almost like they're on a need-to-know basis, and they're probably not someone that needs to know right now. And if this is a love partner, there's a need here for you to really evaluate whether or not you want to stay in this connection or return to this connection. Let me get 3 more cards here for you on this, and we'll wrap up your reading. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles, Tower, King of Swords. There's definitely something here about holding back from making a decision before you. I think this conversation will shock you. I'll give you that much. I don't think you're expecting it. There definitely is something here about holding yourself back before you respond. This person's looking for equal give and take. They're looking to reconcile, something like that, or save the connection in some way. But your advice here is telling you to pause and to contemplate how you will be responding and whether or not you want to reconcile. There's something here about you needing to look at the facts of the situation. Cold, hard facts, like, you know, it being a past person. What made you turn your back on this person to begin with? That's originally what I said. The Queen here has their back turned on this person. So there's something here about you really looking at the black and white facts and not all the mushy, I love you, and we need to fix this because we've been together a long time, or we have shared finances, or something like that. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Looks like an uncomfortable, to be quite honest with you, uncomfortable conversation with someone. For some of you, it's in career and finance. For others of you, it's in love and romance, but it's either someone you have moved away from or you're in the process of disengaging from, and it looks like they want to have a discussion about what transpired and how the two of you can fix it. It seems I'm very uncomfortable right now, and I feel like that's just the energy of the reading. So either way, it's a bit uncomfortable for you, but I would be prepared to have this conversation with someone. That's what I have for you, my love. That's what you need to know as of right now. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, maybe you want to claim all or part of them, or you just found them to be hopeful or helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. Let's see what you need to know right now. What does Pisces need to know right now for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? What does Pisces need to know right now? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Summer. Okay. Something is changing in your life. This summer. Tell me more about this here for Pisces. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Cool down. Solitude. Calm down. Something that was difficult or turbulent in your life. Something that was tumultuous. It's about to cool down. Not all of you are in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the northern hemisphere like I am, it's summer right now. For others of you, it's, you know, you're in winter at this moment if you're in the southern hemisphere. So I want to get a secondary card on summer. I'm sure I'll be told that I'm being biased for Pisces, but whatever at this point. I just know not everyone is in the summer. So I guess what I should ask is this my summer? Like in terms of timing, is this like happening right now? I guess so. It's what you need to know right now. Where's my little coin here? Okay. Let's roll some dice. Okay. In terms of timing, is this right now, like my summer? Yes, yes. Oh my God. Okay. Yes, yes. So we're talking right now, so I don't need to pull another card on that. So whether you are in the northern or southern hemisphere, something that has been going on for a while, that's been difficult for you, or has been on pause, or has been turbulent, or something like that, is cooling down, is coming to an end, or is finding resolution now. Okay, let's get 2 tarot cards, and then we'll get into your deck. 2 tarot cards here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Chariot. Oh, coming in fast. Progress. Progress is happening now. Action. Something is happening now. The victory is coming in now. Judgment in the reverse. So maybe in the past you were waiting for judgment. You haven't heard about the judgment. Bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. Okay, let's get into tarot. So maybe there hasn't been a judgment call on this. Maybe you've been waiting for judgment. It looks like victory is coming in now. Okay, tell me more about this here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Summer, cool down, Chariot in the upright, Judgment in the reverse. This could also be like something in the past you had a poor judgment about. So you didn't listen to your inner calling. I don't know, maybe you got involved in something and in hindsight you're like, I should have known better. Maybe now you're having victory over it, like kicking an addiction or beating an addiction or something like that. So let's see where we go with the message. Tell me more about this for Pisces. I just saw the Two of Pentacles. We'll see if that wants to come out again. Tell me more about this here for Pisces. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Yeah, something that was maybe destructive in your life at some time is now Four of Wands. You're now having victory with Four of Wands, Ten of Cups. Oh, STFU. I mean that with great love. Five of Swords and the Two of Cups. So something here has been difficult for you. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Devil. You're receiving incoming communication or information. Something that's been toxic. Toxic to you, toxic you participated in, you're overcoming it. You're having victory this summer, for me this summer, meaning like right now, in the next 60 days or yeah, I guess over the course of the next 60 days, you're having success or victory over this if this is something you engaged in the past. If this is some kind of toxic trait that you've had that has affected your partnerships or your relationships, you're overcoming that and making great progress. Eight of Pentacles to the Page of Swords to overcome that trauma within you or toxic trait or pattern that you've had that maybe has negatively affected your soulmate or soul bond connections in your life, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. For others of you, you've been waiting on a legal decision. You've been waiting for it. And it's like, yeah, now it's coming in. Here's the new beginning. Okay, tell me more about this. This is a cause for celebration. Across the board, no matter which group you're in, this is happiness, this is success, this is overcoming something that was toxic or hurtful or traumatic or greatly delayed in your life. Maybe for some of you, if you're single and you're putting yourself out there, maybe after this period of having a cool down and not being involved with anyone, maybe now things are about to heat up. Maybe now you find your person. In that respect, the Devil card would be a positive. Maybe you're going from not being with anyone to being with someone who you have a lot of sexual energy and charge with. Let's clarify the cards. Tell me more. We'll do a group here. Ten of Cups to the Four of Wands for Pisces. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ten of Cups, Four of Wands. We've got Seven of Swords. We have Knight of Pentacles. We have Hierophant. Boy, you waited a long time for justice on this. I don't know who this person is that has engaged in this behavior. Again, if this is you with an addiction, you're overcoming it, whether this is self-help, counseling, therapy, maybe even going to a facility for addiction, rehab. We saw this come up in your reading the other day, actually, the New Moon in Leo reading. So I feel like this is very similar to those messages. If this is a divorce you've been waiting on, this is being ruled in your favor after a long time that you thought it wasn't, or things have cooled down. I haven't heard much about this. Same thing if this has to do with like inheritance or anything like that with a family. If you've been looking for a job and you've been feeling like it's unfair, this is a new job offer. You can't read it wrong. You can't read it any other way. Three of Cups, the World. I mean, there's a cause for celebration because there's an ending to a very tumultuous, toxic, possibly lonely cycle that maybe was replete with loneliness or toxic codependencies or addiction, or dealing with a very toxic individual, or maybe even a trait or trauma within you. But there's victory over this. It's full circle here. We saw the Fool card, and then now we legitimately have the World card. So it definitely is a cause for celebration. And look at this, the fight is over. Five of Swords, the swords are on the ground. You are victorious. So you land the job. You beat the addiction. You were able to separate or disengage from the toxic pattern or behavior within yourself, or maybe even a person. There's no more fighting in this legal dispute. The swords are down. You're the one left standing. Everyone else is walking away. You're the victor here. Huh. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about the victory here. The victory is yours. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Wands, High Priestess, King of Swords, bottom deck, King of Pentacles. The victory is yours, Pisces. Maybe new information. So, like if you're looking for addiction or help, this could be you obtaining information from another individual or going to a counselor or therapy, something like that. For others of you, you could be receiving this news from an attorney or an arbiter or a mediator, something like that. Maybe some new information here was discovered, kind of helps wrap up this cycle for you and puts it in your favor. If you're looking for a job, if that's you discovering a job, this would be your new boss coming in with the job offer. It's like you beat out the competition. If I had to do this as a standalone reading without the other 11 signs, I would probably call this you win. Because I don't know what this Goliath is here for you, but you're victorious with it, over it. And if you're looking for love, this is a time to look for love. Because this seems to be a very sexually charged relationship here. Tell me more about the devil. Well, tell me about the devil if it's something negative. Let's get 3 cards if it's negative. The addiction, the person, the trial, the divorce. Okay, anything negative here that you're overcoming or you're beating or you're having victory over. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Judgment. Judgment that was in the reverse. Again, if you didn't listen to your intuition before to heal it, now you're listening to it and you're healing it. The pattern, the thought process, the addiction, etc., etc. If you're waiting for a judge or mediator or arbiter or buyer, seller, something like that to make a judgment call, they haven't, you've been waiting. Judgment is made here. Empress. 2 cards came out. King of Pentacles and 5 of Wands. Oh, look at the judgment is made here. Not everyone's going to like it. Not everyone's going to like it, but you are victorious here. You're victorious in overcoming the toxic pattern, the toxic trait, the toxic addiction. Court case. Other people don't like it. They can't fight you on it anymore. It's done, but they don't like it. The Hermit, the 2 of Wands, the 7 of Wands. Okay, if this is a new partner, tell me about the new partner. One more shuffle here. If this is a new partner, 9 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Chariot to the Chariot. Bottom deck, 8 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 7 of Wands. If it's a new person, I don't think you're ready for them. I do think this person will make you happy. I do think you're pausing before deciding to proceed forward with this person. But again, it's going to take some courage to re-enter a connection. If you've, it's kind of been a dry spell and you haven't been with anyone for a while, that's possible. Or you're still healing from a connection that has ended. So yeah, it will take some courage here and willpower in order to move forward with this new person. I can see you pausing and being up in your head. I don't know if I want to get involved, with this person. All right, let's get you 3 cards of advice and wrap up your reading. Either way, victory is yours. After a period of no movement or cool down or arguments or resistance from you to get out there into the dating pool, judgment that was once in the reverse is now in the upright. So the universe is rebalancing the scales here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice. The Hangman, the Fool, and the 8 of Swords. See things from another perspective. See things from another perspective. See the new beginning here as a new perspective. Like if you're beating an addiction or something like that, or overcoming a toxic pattern or something, it's almost like understanding why you had that in the first place and seeing this as a new lease on life. There's also something here about understanding that no one was able to free you from that except for yourself. Because the 8 of Swords, that's a self-imposed prison. So it's almost like acknowledging your willpower here to heal that addiction or pattern or toxic trait or something like that. If this is any kind of legal court case that you're overcoming, there's something here about seeing your new beginning in a different way, from a new perspective, so you don't end up in the same problem that you had last time. So if this has to do with inheritance, you know, there's something here about not repeating the same pattern. So now you've learned from those lessons, or now you know the red flags. You won't get involved with that kind of person again. Or maybe in the future, if you decide to remarry, now you'll have a prenuptial agreement or something like that. There's something about seeing this as, okay, you got a new lease on life, but let's not repeat anything that got us here. Let's not get ourselves into that self-imposed prison again. So there's definitely something here about taking the lessons with you. King of Wands, Ten of Swords, Knight of Cups, the World card. There's something here about taking all the lessons you learned from this terrible ending here as you move forward from this ending here. So definitely take the lessons with you so you never repeat them again, or you don't fall victim to that type of person again, or predator, or something like that. That's what I have for you, my love. The new beginning is here, and it's happening now. So congratulations, you win. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.